Hi everyone, how's it going? How you doing? Hope everyone's going well. You guys want to see soup? Yeah, that's okay to do. Just ignore the mess as I try. I can just do this and then show what I want, which is my soupy boy. Look how cute. Look how sweet. Look how precious he is. I love him. I feel so bad. I woke up today and I was like trying to like sit myself up and get up because I sleep on a couch. I squeezed his tail a bit with my elbow as I was moving up, and he like screamed at me, and I was like, I felt so bad. He didn't do anything. He wasn't like mad. He was just like, "Hey, stop that!" I sat there for like 10 minutes, just feeling so fucking guilty because this little man would do nothing to hurt anything in the world. So I felt really bad. So that's why I'm a little late, for the most part. Anyway, my hair is a little crazy. I did just wake up. So have mercy. I was out pretty late with my sisters, so I just figured I'd take a little bit more time to snooze it off. Oh, I have a message. Yes. Okay, I'll respond to that later. So how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Excuse the mess. There's a little bit of chaos happening. It doesn't look super chaos. I mean, this is like the most chaos that's here. I could just like clean it up real quick while I'm here. Like I've got time probably. I mean, today is one of the best days of the world. It's June 7th. And normally that doesn't mean anything, but for today it means that I'm off from work, so I get to I'm here and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to do this for however friggin' long we want to do this for. So, well, we're gonna do it as long as it takes, which according to the box of the game is 2 to 4 hours. So I feel like that's like a good, concise, solid stream. So I'm like, hey, we'll do it here. We'll have a good time. I'm going to, before I do anything, I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to pop this in. Similarly to the murder mystery, well, not similarly in that way, I'm going to stop recording that. I'm going to look up, like heist music, because that's what we're doing, basically. We're pulling off a heist. So, I'm trying this one. Crime, mystery, investigation, chase. You could try that. We'll try this. How does this sound? Dark. Okay, well, we'll have that ready, I think. We'll have that ready to go. Everything is grand. Everything is neat. We're going to pop that up here, I think. Yes, I like that. I'm digging it. I'm digging a pony. Great song. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm still a little under the snooze mobile, so I'm not all there yet, but we'll get there. We're gonna get there. So, we tried this a few weeks ago. I think May 17th it was. So almost a month ago we tried this, and now we're actually going to do it. Two reasons why I didn't do it sooner. Internet was being a bit of a tizzy, and this is like the this is like other than like I had the one weekend off for like this. That was the last those last 2 weekends were my last 2 weekends off. So like I haven't really had much time to actually do a bigger thing. Like I feel bad because I don't get that many days off as I used to. So I don't really get time to like do super big streams, which sucks. 'Cause I like doing like the super long, super weird things, but it's like unless I wake up at like 8 in the morning, I can't really do like a even 4 hour, 5 hour stream. It's just it blows. It blows a little, but we're gonna keep our heads nice and tall, and we're just gonna go through it, and we're gonna have a good time because we have Into the Shadow, or Masters of Crime Shadows. It's not Into the Shadows. It's just Shadows. So we're basically okay. I did read this a bit ago, but I will read it again because it has been a bit. I did rip open the card deck, so I have to be careful here not to reshuffle anything. And then there's a bunch of other stuff in the box that I need my table. Shit. Oh, maybe I can just clear the keyboard. No, I do need the computer. It did mention that I need the computer, so we might do that. But yeah. So for those of you who are not here, God, I hope this all works. An assignment awaits you in Amsterdam. Here, I'll give you guys a sneak peek here too. Bing bong, bing bing bing. Okay, it's dark text on dark box, so it's kind of blurry. There we go. An assignment awaits for you in Amsterdam. You must break into the famous Bachmann Gallery and steal a mysterious painting. Before you can do this, you must scour Amsterdam's underworld for a team capable of carrying out such an operation. You also scout out the gallery, inspect building plans, hack security systems, and plan your theft. Every decision you make affects how the story develops. In addition to the high fidelity game materials, the use of real online maps, emails, and websites draws you deep into the story. Can you pull off the $1 million heist of the century? It sounds really cool. It sounds like a really freaking cool idea, and I want to do it. So here we are doing it. So I'm going to put this up here. Even though I don't really get a big picture, again, I like the idea of being a bit more close to the camera with my face. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have a grand old time. So let's so I think we started last time trying to read one of these cards, which was ultimately a big fucking failure. But now we can actually begin. I'll pull out the table when I need to pull out the table, but for now we got this. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what's the next card, because it says, like, don't look at anything in the box, don't break any of the seals. Instead, follow the game instructions. I don't need to show you guys this one. Follow the game instructions, which start on the back of this card. During the game, keep the deck in its original order, except when you are told to draw specific cards. When you're ready to start playing, turn this card over and read the instructions. Okay, so we are about to be told how to have the greatest heist ever. I may need to pull out that table. It's gonna be really. It's actually not gonna be as annoying because I don't have the suitcase in it over there anymore because I fixed that problem. I feel stupid having not fixed it sooner, but what are you gonna do? So here we are. This is phase 1. Shadows is a story-based game in which you're planning and pulling off an epic art heist. Here, you guys want to like have the. I'll have this here, just so you know what we're doing. It doesn't really. Oh, hold on. I'm a man of great talents, and one of those is framing. So, yes, there we go. Shadows is a story-based game in which you're planning and pulling off an epic art heist. To succeed, you'll need to complete puzzles, make decisions, and follow clues. Awesome. You'll need something to write with. I got some pens. We're okay. The game material. Having a stroke. The game materials in this box and access to the internet, which that is a very variable situation here, but we'll find out. As you progress through the game, you'll come across new locations, people, and clues. Carefully study the illustrations on the front of cards you draw, because the images of the locations and characters could reveal key information. If you're playing solo, you'll be able to make your own decisions, but if you're playing with others, you need to discuss your options and reach an agreement about the best way forward. All your decisions should be made together because you're working as a team. Shadows is not about getting through the heist as fast as possible, but about achieving the best outcome. That's good. So take all the time you need. That's pretty cool, actually. Most games are like, if you do it in an hour, you're a true gamer. The planning stage and the game consists of 2 parts: the planning stage and the heist. Once you have finished the planning stage, the top card on the draw stack will be card 35. It will explain how to proceed with the heist and what steps you need to pull off the burglary. If you are stuck and aren't sure how to move forward with the job, you can also find some help on their website. You'll keep coming back to this website again and again as you progress through the game because it's where you enter the codes and puzzle solutions you need to unlock new information and instructions. Okay, so I should have this open then. It should have been open such a long time ago. I'm going to put this over here, maybe? Just so that's there, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really necessarily agree, actually. But here we are. Let's open another tab. And we need to go to masters of crime.com /shadows/ and we hope that this is still a working website. It is. Fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna give this a go. This is gonna be a lot of fun. At least I think it is. I hope it is. I'm looking forward to it. I love these like mystery or not. This isn't really a murder mystery. This is like a heist in a box, which is an interesting take on the situation here. So 2A. Ultimately, you don't get to read that. That's for later. Ultimately, your goal is to steal a priceless painting and get away unnoticed. Along the way, you'll also have plenty of opportunities to show off your brilliant deductive skills. Uh-oh. Your decisions during the game will not only affect how the game unfolds, but also determines your score at the end. Set out the heist board, large folding sheet. You can use this board for your notes about the people in the game and to work out where you are. You'll also find a note sheet, smaller sheet with grids to write down your notes. Keep track of the codes you're looking for and organize your plan in chronological order. Take it out and keep it close at hand so you can plan your heist. Okay, so we need to have this thing. Shit. Yeah, I guess I'm pulling out the table, aren't I? Hopefully I don't turn the computer off because I'm gonna be slamming it a lot with the sides of boxes. This isn't important here. I'm gonna hit the BRBs. I don't know if there's any tracking information on these boxes. These were for my old, these are for my new keyboard, and I don't know what's on them. So the last thing I need is you freaks of nature, someone finding it, and then tracking it to me. I am a paranoid man in all aspects of nature. Okay. Just gotta move this. I gotta move, what is this? What is this? Actually, what the fuck is, oh, it's Sonic. Hey, Sonic. You just want to say hi to Sonic? Here he is. Everyone's favorite hedgehog. Smushed under the sands of time. There's his face. He's lovely. Okay. There's the Sonic keyboard. These need to go back up on the wall. As much as I hate this keyboard, I don't, yeah, no, I feel like that's like, I like having that. There. Really long cable. Oh, it's the HDMI cord, right? Yes. Yes, of course. How could I forego? We're gonna pop this table up. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a ball. Gonna have a time. Does it need to be all the way up? Yeah, we'll just put the legs in. Why not? Why the hey not? It feels good to bust this out. When I bust this out, I feel like we're gonna have a good day. Well, not a good day, but like an interesting day. That much I can say. I have no idea of the quality of the day. I haven't lived it yet. This isn't a simulation. Well, I guess you wouldn't live it already. If it was a simulation, you just know what to expect. But also, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because aren't simulations simulated so you know what happens? Like, so you can find out what happens? Isn't that the point of a simulation? I don't know. Got the table. I feel like my point's making sense there. It's like the simulation. You run it so you can see what happens. It's like Deadliest Warrior. Imagine Deadliest Warrior. You simulate a bunch of battles so you can determine what happens. But the simulation itself doesn't know. Well, at least if you're running a simulation, you don't know what's gonna happen. The simulation might know, but you don't. So I feel like that's pretty different. So this is the heist board. It's a little long, but hey, here we go. So you can't see all that, and you're probably never gonna be able to see this, by the way. This is here for me, as I've decided, not posthumously. That's if I was dead, but like, just solely. We have it here. We have it. You can't see it. Get over it. But yeah, this literally just it's basically just from what it said, it's just like a board for like my notes. So you can use this board for your notes, but the people in the game, yeah. So I mean, like, I don't think we'll figure it out. All right. There's apparently at least K amounts of locations. That's 11 locations. Oh, he's moving. He's on the move. Let me move my shit off of there, buddy. I'll give you some space. Give you a seat. There you go, baby boy. There you go. Isn't that nice? He's sorry. I love my cat. So, suck it. So here we go. There's a strip of stars at the top of the heist board. Can you guys see that? The strip of stars. I don't really know where to move you. If I had a second camera, that'd be much preferred. But I don't. So that's what you get. At various points in the game, you'll be given a particular number of stars, and you make especially good decisions. When you receive stars, color in the appropriate number of stars on the heist board. Okay, cool. So it's like a teacher's reward system. I dig it. I'm gonna use pink today, or maybe I should use a color that you'd be able to see better. I'm gonna use a pencil. That sounds better. And it's a Spyscape pencil, so it's basically just. It's made to be. Oh shit! I slammed it to the ground like Hulk Hogan would, and it went all the way over there. Life is cruel. I have pants on this time. I'm just being proactive. Proactive man. What can I say, dude? My leg has been cracking. Like, it happens sometimes. Like, my knee just decides to, like, if I bend, it just makes, like, the harshest cracks the world's ever heard. I want, like, a zoom. I want to be able to, like, zoom this. Like, just off, just, like, hit a button and it zooms. I gotta be able to figure that out one day. One day. Won't be today. This game also features alarm symbols. These right here. There's 12 there. I guess I should show you this before I just put it down. Let's be nice. Alright. Here's the board. We have a bunch of locations to see. There's some checks. There's some stars. There's some alarms. There's some question marks about people that I haven't seen yet. A bunch of extra information. And a whole lot of stuff to think about. So, it's gonna be pretty exciting. When you make especially risky decisions, or when something goes wrong during the heist, you'll get alarms. Color these in accordingly on the heist board. If you collect too many alarms, you will lose stars at the end of the game, but taking some risks can pay off. Sometimes a risk will earn you some alarms, but also earn you a higher number of stars. Ooh. The number of stars you have colored in will determine your final score at the end of the game. Alright, cool beans. The score isn't really what I'm worried about here. What I'm worried about is the score, you know? Getting the delicious, tasty prison time. No, apple painting. There we go. Oh, man. What neck's killing me. Some cards require you to explore new locations, e.g. Location A. When that happens, take all the cards with that name and place them in a stack on the heist board on top of the label that matches that location, ready for when you need them. For each new location, first look at both sides of the top card only and read it out loud. At each location, you will need to make a decision and then draw the corresponding cards. Following the instructions on the cards will advance you through the game. Make sure you study all the images and read the text on the backside of every available card before reaching your decision. Once you make your decision, however, that choice is final. Pay attention to the symbols at the bottom of the cards, which will tell you which cards you'll need to discard and which cards to add to the heist stack. Return discarded cards to the box. You can no longer look at them. Some cards may require you to draw a specific card. Draw that card from the stack and study it. At certain points in the game, the symbols shown here, a little envelope, will instruct you to take one of the envelopes with a specific number from the box. Break the seal and look inside. That envelope will contain important information or another puzzle you need to solve. You might not get to open all the envelopes because your choices will determine what information you are given, but don't worry, you will always have enough information to pull off the heist. That seems a little unreal, but cool, so I'm down for it. Oh shit, you can't tell what we're playing today. Back on the bottle. I don't have any water today, guys. I'm having a weird day. It's a good day. 3A. Okay, there's a lot of instructions. Get ready for this. Throughout the game, you'll have to figure out various puzzles. The solution to these puzzles might be place names, numerical codes, or addresses. Hopefully not mine. If a card includes this code symbol, it's like a slot machine, a mystery slot machine, and you'll never get to see it in focus. There it is. Here, go look at this card. Take a picture, and I'm gonna keep reading now. If a card includes this code symbol, you need to go to the Masters of the Crime website and enter the solution, which will give you the next important clue. You can find out which type of solution you need to enter by going to the website. You need to use the internet in order to complete this game. When you find something on the internet, when you need the internet information, you'll see this globe symbol. You need to look up a place on Google Maps or research background information. Interesting. You'll also need to visit any URLs you find during the course of this game. So they could, what if they like start crypto mining my house? Phone numbers with numbers obscured by stars do not need to be called. It's good. I'm cool with that. Turn this card over and place it on the symbols reference spot on the heist board for all players to see. Because it tells you everything that we just did. So symbol reference 1. It's right there. Now we know that. And here's symbol reference 2. But we're going to get there in a second. Okay. We recommend that you take a break after 2 hours. No. If you'd like to pause the game halfway through, you can find out how to save your progress at Masters of Crime chat. Oh, it's like if you like close the box for a bit. If you're playing as a team, share the following tasks on the group. I'm not, so I'm not going to read this. But you would want to like have one person check notes, one person keep track of leads, one person navigate the website, one person using the internet, and one person going through the game materials. That's a lot of stuff for the people to do. But you know, 1 to 6 players, there's only 5 things to do. The 6th guy gets to make food while you do the game. Beginning the game, draw card 71 and place it on the spot marked heist stack on the heist board. So I need to get card 71. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here, though. We're getting close to actually being able to play the game. Draw card 71. Okay, so we're not trying to cheat. We have card 71. I'm not reading it yet. And place it on the spot marked heist stack on the heist board without looking at them. Okay, so that's the next step. So this one, heist stack. It just says this is the heist stack. This is the top card of the heist stack. Whenever you're instructed to add a card to the heist stack, place a card underneath this one. The precise card order in this stack doesn't matter yet. You will pull the heist stack in descending numerical order at the start of each heist stage. Okay. Oh, do not look at the back of the card unless told to do so. Okay, I quickly glanced, but I didn't actually like look at it. Nothing. It didn't mean anything. Without looking at them, stack cards 5 to 8 under 71. Okay, so 5. Oh, these are finales. I read the tops of the cards, so these are like the end games. So there's 3 possible solutions here. Don't look. There's a lot of information. There's like a building. Place the location stack A, cards 9 to 13. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So this should be 14. This is 14. I'm going to put it face down. It just says stop. I'm looking at stop right now. So fine, everything's cool. So this is 9. This is 13. This is 9. Okay. On the indicated space in the playing board. So the location A is Mobile HQ. So this is our building. We don't need to not know where this is. Then place the remaining cards, which should already be in numerical order, on the draw stack spot. Flip this card and place it on the symbol reference 2. Okay, so we're just going to have this here. The draw stack. Everything else. I really wish you guys were closer. I could put this... No, it's too big to put on my desk, I think. I'm like 89% sure about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big ass piece. Like, it's like this. Yeah, no, that wouldn't really work very well. So it's gonna be here. But it's okay, because I'm gonna lift the cards and show you guys everything. Everything's gonna be fine. We're playing Shadow. It didn't fall in soup. We're all okay. Here, I'm gonna get one more good, nice, fun, cool look at my baby boy before we start. There he is. Oh, box in the way. Look, he's perfect. He's amazing. But here's the game. Here's I can't even bring you guys close enough. It's such a big ass game. But it is here, and we are ready to play. So I'm excited. Begin the game by reading card 9. Fantastic. And then this goes here as more references, because I'll probably need them. I do apologize. I didn't expect that there would be so much stuff over here. But hey, I don't care. I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna have a fun time. So you guys can come along for the ride. You guys get to just listen to me ramble to myself for a while. So this is Mobile HQ. Location A. I'm gonna flip over card number 9. Mobile HQ. V. Mobile HQ, you sheltered from the cold. Oh, keeps you sheltered from the cold. You didn't shelter it. It's not like a baby. Wet Amsterdam morning. Okay, I'm going to read it from the top again. The Mobile HQ keeps you sheltered from the cold, wet Amsterdam morning. Didn't that make more sense? The electric heater is blowing hot air through the converted van. The computers are booting up and the coffee maker is doing its job. Hopefully just not working. I don't want it to work. I don't like coffee. You're waiting for a phone call and getting twitchy. Probably because of all that coffee. You didn't come to Amsterdam on a whim. You're here for a job. And it's one that'll make you rich. You're better than just taking... You're just taking that first sip of fresh coffee when your burner phone rings. The distorted, computerized voice, which is said in bold letters here. Again, you're never going to be able to read any of this. So I'm just going to read it for you. On the other end, confirms what you already knew. Your job is to break into the Bachmann Gallerij and steal a painting. It's spelled G-A-L-E-R-I-J. I've never heard of that word in my life. Time is short and you're on a $100,000 budget. Well, euro. It's a British people thing. I guess French. It's a gallery. Lots of galleries in France. You'll be told the location handing... Hold on, I'm yawning. You'll be told the location for handing over... I'm going to restart. Not from the top, though. You'll be told the location for handing over the stolen goods just before the break-in. When you explain that you're already in town and preparations are underway, your client is ready to hang up immediately. So you've got only time to ask him one question. We can ask about the painting, or ask him who he's working for. And that will determine what information we get. So... Here, we're going to put this face down. I'm not going to read these. I'm just going to show you. So, in option 10 here is if... Well, it doesn't actually have the... option 10 is if we ask about the painting. And option 11 is if we ask who he's working for. I feel like, as much as I'm interested in who he's working for, I feel like I should know what painting I'm trying to steal, right? Because it just says steal a painting. Like, I don't know what the painting is. I feel like I should know that. I feel like that's important information to grasp here. So I'm inclined to ask about the painting. So I'm going to do that. I'm on my own here. And I'm just like, hey, I got one question for you, sir. I'm not going to write on this at all, actually. Because when I'm done, I'm probably going to pass this off to my sister so they could play it with their friends and stuff if they want. Or just on their own. So... I'll let them do that because I guess I like having these types of games because then I can just pass them around and then everyone gets a chance at playing a really cool game. So I don't want to ruin this. They can ruin this if they want. I'm not gonna be upset about that. So I'm going to not ask question 11. So question 11, ask who you're working for. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't about that life. I'm going to ask about the painting because I'm a man dedicated to the job, dedicated to the craft. I don't care who you're working for. I only care that I'm doing your job. I'm the Jonathan Banks. I'm the Michael Ehrmantraut of the Shadows universe. I get a star. Of course I do. I'm incredible. Your client is after 2 rare originals that are on display. So I'm gonna actually hold on. I'm gonna keep that track. What else is in this box anyway? Oh, it's just like a big sheet of information. Oh no, it's one single sheet of information stuff. I'll keep my own I'll have like a MS Paint or something up just to keep track of my stuff. Let me get Paint 3D out. Everyone loves Paint 3D. I love Paint 3D. So we have a 1 star. There we go. So let me get that over here. So now you should be able to see it in theory. It is over the camera. Things just don't like to work for me sometimes, you know? It's just kind of life. Maybe it's because I'm not clicking into it. Bam. Do you see the star? There's a star. I have a star. Am I even on the right thing? Yeah, I am. Okay, you know what? Whatever. You know, we're just gonna forget about it. I have a star, and I'm keeping all my notes over here. So that'll be where that is. I'll keep all of this over here. Let's get that heist music going. I am going to hope it's not super high volume. That's the thing that always worries me the most. Where is my preview? Hello. I feel like that's fine. Can we go to a tense moment in the music? I feel like I mean I can hear myself okay. I would probably want it lowered at least a little. I feel like this is good. Yeah. I feel like this is grand. Yeah, we'll let it ride. So let's go back to the beginning. Go full screen there. Let me. I need to turn this off. There we go. That's probably better for you guys now. Okay. So, we have some lovely, cinematic music. Hopefully, it works good for you guys. So, we are gonna read about the mobile HQ now. Well, not the mobile HQ. We're going to read about the painting. So, your client is after 2 rare originals. So, 2 paintings. I thought it was just 1. That are on display at the Bachmann Gallery. The paintings are called The Roman Place Setting and Golden Hour. And your client is prepared to pay millions for each. You make it clear that getting even one of them will be difficult enough with the constraints of the available budget. And so, stealing 2 paintings from the gallery is out of the question. In the end, you agree to steal one of the paintings. Okay, that's fair. Which one is up to you? However, the heist has to happen on July 28th. What day is it now? I don't have a calendar in the game, so I don't really get to know that information. You hang up happy with how that went and review your plan so far. Of course, you need to scout out the gallery. The city archives are sure to have the building's floor plans. You'll also need a crew of skilled professionals to pull off the job. You've already narrowed it down to a select few people. People need to be found and hired to do complicated matters. Your mobile headquarters took quite a beating on the way to Amsterdam and urgently needs some attention at the workshop. There's lots to do and no time to waste. Okay. So yeah, we discard card 11. We read card... Okay, I need to figure out what the fuck these symbols mean. There's so many weird little symbols. So I discard card 11. I add card 56 to the heist stack. And I draw the number from the draw stack. So I draw card number 13. So I don't do card number 12. At least for now. So we keep that a secret. We read number 13. But first, I'm also going to add card 56. Which hopefully isn't super... It's the heist. It's just a heist card. Okay, cool. So something's going to happen here. And I'm going to find out what it is later. So how does this work again? Whenever you add, place underneath this one. Because then the finales are later. So we have a bit of the heist formulated already. This is cool, actually. And then I read envelope number 1. Because I opened envelope number 1. Hopefully these aren't super hard to reseal. It looks like they're just taped, which is unfortunate. I was hoping it would just be like a little, not these just two little fucking dots of tape you can see reflecting off the side. But hey, you know, it is what it is. So there are a total of 12 of these. Oh, that's cool. They're like bifold. Okay, actually, this is kind of sick. Okay, so I'm going to try my best not to rip anything. And just take off these circles very carefully. Because I am a sucker for take care of things. I am the type to, when it comes to gift wrap, I will take my time. I don't always, but, you know, there's times where I'm like, damn, that's such nice wrapping paper, almost like wallpaper. I may as well try to keep it nice. I'm not going to keep the sticky bits. I'm just going to put my own sticky bits there, which means it'll probably be a little worse. But it's fine, because, you know, we have some info. Here we go. And these are a list of potential specialists. And we only have a face for one of them, Anthony Walker. But then there's also the Eagle, there's Black Swan, there's Claire Mendoza, Rubix, Python, Kiki Bang Bang, and Smoking Gun. Lots of people, lots of information. And I only have a budget of $100,000, so I have to decide now who I'm going to be hiring, I assume. Well, let's read card number 13. So, your equipment. I have some equipment. Oh, so I can, like, look at it and actually, like, get a good grasp of this place. So we have some carabiners. We have, like, wire cutters and some zip ties in case we need to, like, loot somebody, I guess. We have some security uniforms. And a bag. And whatever red thing. Is that like an alarm? Are we bringing an alarm? What is that red circle? I don't know what the hell that red circle is. But yeah, so we have some stuff already figured out. We don't have any like guns. I guess we're not trying to do this like loud, but I feel like we want to be ready. So, what are we just doing this now? Wait, hold on. Place location stack B, C, and D on the heist board. Okay. So now we gotta get that ready. So B. Bam. C. Bam. So these are the City Archive, the Freebird Workshop, and the Bachman Gallery. Bam. So now what? I mean, I just have equipment. I don't... What do I do now? What do I do? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now. I have equipment, and I have a list of potential specialists. Do I get to hire these people? How's the music? Is it too loud? No, I think we're grand. So, how long is this playlist either? I don't even know. I'm just gonna have it loop. Not shuffle. I want it to loop. Shuffle's off. Let's loop on. Well, don't loop the video. I want to loop the playlist. What does this mean? Turn off. Okay, hold on. Loop playlist. There we go. We're looping the playlist. Okay. Grand. So, we're going to steal something on July 28th. Hang up however that went. So, I think I'm able to look into these places before I make my hires. I hope. The most expensive person here is Claire Mendoza. They're 5'9", an athletic build, plain appearance. They're a master of disguise. They speak multiple languages, and their pickpocketing skills are fantastic. Great. That's cool. People need to be found and hired. To complicate matters, the headquarters to quite a beating on the way to Amsterdam. I really need some attention. It's lots to do, no time to waste. I feel like I'm wasting quite a lot of time. What am I supposed to do now? Am I able to go to these other locations? I kind of forget how the game works. I only just started playing it, and I don't remember how to do this. Where are those, cards? Baby needs to understand what's happening. Where are those starting cards? I lost them. They're just gone. They're gone to the sands of time. And, that's awkward. Actually, don't know. Aha, I found them underneath so many things. This is grand. So, for each new location, first look at both sides of the top card only of that location and read it out loud. Okay, so I can, at each location, you need to make a decision. So I can go wherever the hell I want to go. And I have to take all the cards of that name, place them in a stack on the heist board. I feel, yeah. Make sure you study all the images and read all the text on every card. Okay. Yes, I feel like I'm able to look at these new locations. So we have the city archive. Why do we want to go to the archive? Oh, for the floor plans. But do I want to hire? I guess I don't want to hire these people before I know all of my information. We have a workshop to fix my thing, and we can also just go to the gallery. I don't think I want to do that just yet, unless I want to go there just to scout it out. But maybe I want to have somebody here before I scout out the thing. I don't know. I'm gonna go to a location. I don't know how to hire these people. That's the only other thing. Like, I have a bill. How do I hire these people? Anthony's looking sharp as always. There's a candle on the back of this. That's pretty cool. Like, what if I just want to hire people now? What's to stop me? What if I just want Black Swan, the Eagle, and Smoking Gun right now? That'd be my max budget. I mean, do I want to spend all my money on just people? I have no idea. Let's just go to the city archive. I'm gonna go to place B and hope that I'm not doing this in the wrong order. If I am, sue me. You know, here we are. So, drop those. Your footsteps echo off the walls as you walk through the city archive's deserted lobby. And, keep in mind, what the hell is it? What is going on? Is this like an AI generated image? What the fuck is happening right now? Like, there's a lady on top of the city archive thing, and she's got like her hand, she's like a foot extending up, and she's like stretching her leg, but then also there's like a hand down by her crotch holding a book. Like, what's happening with her? Is she okay? What's going on here? I don't understand this image. I know they said to look at everything. That's just creepy. She's creepy. I don't like her. She's really creepy. Is this the same video? It is. Wow. Long music. Long music. Oh, it's 11 minutes. And the rest of them are like spanking to like 3 or so. So, let's see. Most people would find the old building and its monotonous interior a dull place to be, but you know just how many secrets the right kind of digging could unearth. Somewhere here among the endless rows of building blueprints are the Bachman Gallery floor plans. The museum's only recently relocated to one of the university's high-rises. The museum only recently relocated to one of the university high-rises. Okay. To break into the gallery, you'll need to know exactly what it looks like, but you don't have the proper authorization, so you're going to have to really dial up the charm to get your hands on the plans. You approach a chest-high counter. There's a woman sitting on it. Without looking up from the book, she's reading. She asks you pleasantly what has brought you to the archive. You can tell from the way she's speaking to you that she knows exactly who you are. Okay. You're also pretty sure you know who the woman sitting on the counter is, but before you start talking about the gallery or the floor plans, you need to be totally sure that she is who you think she is. So we can ask her about her job in the city archive, or we can ask her what kind of job she's done in the past. I mean, nothing's saying that she works at the archive. She's just kind of weirdly sitting there. She might work there. I don't know. There's really no... She isn't wearing, like, a uniform. She just has, like, the most confusing body I've ever seen a person have. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm inclined to ask her what kind of job she's done in the past, because I feel like learning about what she's done. I mean, that might be a little too on the nose, but also it might just be the right type of on the nose. You know, it's like, hey, what kind of, you know, like if you're asking like a baker if he's baked cakes, but you're not sure if he's done baking before, it's like, hey, what kind of sweet treats you been what you've been cooking up, or I don't fucking know. You don't want to like hint at it too hard, but you want to hint at it, right? I feel like that's just kind of how it works. If you go to like a drug dealer and you're like, hey, what you offering today? You know, that doesn't necessarily mean drugs. It heavily implies it, but it won't get you arrested if you just ask the question, because you're not just straight up saying it. So I'm gonna go for that. I'm going to say card number 16, which is ask her what kind of job she's done in the past. This might be pushing it a little far, but I'm willing to make the executive decision. Bazinga. Okay, we're all good. First of all, we discard card 15. And I want to draw and read card number 67, but we'll get there eventually. Oh, I used to be the world's best ever Odette and Odile, which I now have to Google, which I will Google in a moment. But I can't really Google. I'm gonna pretend that my character in the game also doesn't know what that means, and now has to go Google that when he goes home, so he can understand who he just talked to. But my job here is easier, lighter on the feet. My job here is easier, lighter on the feet. That's literally what it says. The woman replies to your question laughing. And I'm fascinated by the old building blueprints tucked away in this place. You never know when it might come in handy to know how big the ventilation ducts are in the city's public buildings, she adds mischievously. When you ask for the plans to the Bachman Gallery, her eyes twinkle excitedly. Oh, the ventilation ducts in the new gallery are just exquisite. Urgh. She purrs to you before heading down the long aisles of shelves to retrieve the plans. A short while later, she hands you a copy and leans over the counter. I work part-time at the Dancing Diva Bar. If you like, you can come see me there. I'm sure we've got lots to talk about, she says with a co-conspiratorial wink. Place location stack E on the heist board, and I get another star. I'm being so good this year. I'm probably choosing all the wrong options. I feel like maybe I could be earning 2 stars, but I'm not. So I'm gonna keep the light on here. I'm gonna have my like note board up, and the music board can just be over there. Okay, so well, this is my card that I earned. There's too much stuff happening. Let's put that over there for Mobile HQ. Well, the Mobile HQ's here. So we're going to put all the cards that I have from Mobile HQ face up there. The ones that I know. And so now that we've asked that question, where is the card I just had in my hand? I don't know. Somewhere, hopefully. Where did I hide it over here? No. Where did it go? It wasn't this. Although this is an important card to have on me. Where did card 16 go? What did I do with card? What did I do with the card? Oh, I put it in here. Okay, and then we want card 67. We're going to be reading that next. But also we're going to put Dancing Diva out on the location spread. So we got lots of places to visit still here. Soon we're going to see the Tryin exhibition hall, I imagine. Unless we don't choose to go there, of course. And then I need card 67, which will now be read out loud by me. And I guess this might be my first instinct on people that I could be hiring and stuff. Yes, this is the lady. This is a lady. This is who we saw being weird. Oh, maybe they're one of the specialists? Maybe I just don't know them yet. Do I know how tall they are? Because I mean, like, they could be Claire Mendoza or Smoking Gun or someone. I don't fucking know. There's people here. Anyway, there we go. So we have a lady. We have Lady A. I'm gonna write down Lady A on my little thing here. Lady A, because there's at least 6 people that I'm gonna find and be confused about. So. We're gonna need that. Did I get the blueprints, by the way? Maybe that's what card 60 said. Nope, it's not. So I guess I don't get to know what happens there. Hope there's no ads, by the way. I don't have YouTube Premium or whatever, so the music might just get cut with weird ads. Just kind of be prepared for that, all right? That's all we can really do. in this world. I'm gonna pull it over here so I can actually see if it does do that. There we go. Just have it on. Just have it on speed dial. You know, that's what we like to do things here. Okay, so, and then we'll go back to here. So we found a weird lady. That's so fair. That is so fair. Well, now we at least have an idea what's going on. So we do want to be visiting these places. Now that we've done that, let's go take our rusty pile of shit over to the Freebird Workshop and get it repaired. So here is the Freebird Workshop. We do have a question that's about to kick in. They're working on Noctis Racing Car. It's number 11. And there's some lights on the top of the building. Very cool. Oh, sheesh. This workshop is recommended by your Amsterdam contacts. Oh, right. I wanted to look up Otis and Urvunkel or whatever the fuck their names were. What was it? It was Odette and Odile. I'm sure they're just like weirdos. It's probably the case. Odette and Odettle is what I typed in. Odette and Odile. There we go. In Tchaikovsky's... Oh, this is an AI overview. Well, it's... I guess I'll read the AI overview because I don't feel like going to the Wikipedia page. It's... Actually, I'm just going to read the Swan... It's Swan Lake. It's a ballerina thing. Oh, so maybe... Who's a ballerina here? I thought I saw ballerina. Former ballerina. She's probably Black Swan. Because look. It says it right there. Former ballerina. So maybe she knows. Maybe she knows what she's talking about there. 99 pounds. Is she okay? That doesn't seem good. I gotta be honest. Like, I mean, if she's living. But yeah, so Swan Lake, it's a ballet. I'm trying to find these people's names. Where do their names go? Oranges of the Ballet, 1 Theory, the original choreographer, Julius Reisinger. Where's Orvunkel and whoever the hell? Where are these people that I'm trying to look for? Where are they? Odile and Odette are the roles played by the same person every time. So they're just two different. So she's two different people at once. Is that what that's understanding? Odette and Odile are both swans who represent different aspects of the female form and love. I don't know if the AI overview is helpful there. But yeah, so there's... Odette is a pure, gentle, and virtuous queen of the swans, whereas Odile is double a seductive and manipulative character who tricks Prince Siegfried into thinking she's Odette. So, there's that. She's a ballerina who... They're either saying this because she's a ballerina, or they're saying it because she's two different people at once. I don't want her on the team, I gotta be honest. She's kind of insane. I used to be the world's best ever Odette and Odette. Oh, okay. She used to be that. Okay, she's just a ballerina. Okay, we're fine. Everything's cool. She was just making a funny reference. Ha 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 ha. Everything's cool. Alright, calm down, everybody. We're okay. just keep reading over here. The workshop is recommended by our Amsterdam contacts. You understand why it has no Google reviews as soon as you step inside. There's no reception counter or office space anywhere in sight. A man is working on giving a muscle car a makeover. Apart from him, there's no one here. His leg jiggles nervously as he sings along to George Harrison's Faster. Yes! He's the master going faster. Burn, burn. Such a good song. It's a banger. Playing on the radio. You clear your throat audibly to attract his attention. The blonde man looks up from the car. It's obvious he wasn't expecting anyone to turn up. Well, you looking for help? Oh, he's blonde. Blonde people don't talk like that. Well, you looking for help? Ask who owns the car or ask about repairing the mobile HQ. I mean, I've been recommended this place. I don't care who owns that car. Unless it's George Harrison. Then I kind of care a lot, actually. But I don't think it is. Ask who owns the car. Why do I care who owns the car? It just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like that is a question that leads me nowhere. And I feel like they wouldn't ding me. You know, maybe I'm just a curious little George. You know what? I'm gonna ask George Harrison. I'm gonna ask who owns the car just because I can. I don't think this isn't a situation where it says I can only ask one question. You know, I mean it might when I flip over card 18, but you know, just kind of introduce myself slowly. You know, maybe I'll get a good deal. Is this an ad? No, it's just really weird videos that play while the music goes. I'm gonna read it. We do discard it. This baby's my own. Oh, sorry. This baby's my own. Me and her, we've won more than a couple races together. She's an awesome ride. But what are you here for anyway? The guy replies. He seems really jumpy. You steer the conversation onto your broken mobile HQ. Okay, so see, we got both. We did both here. Alright, all is good. Not my field. You'll be wanting a different mechanic for that, but come talk to me again if you have a need for speed, he says. You leave the workshop with the name of someone who can fix your mobile HQ, and it looks like you might have also found someone to drive a getaway car. Oh yeah, because he's just fast. On your way out of the workshop, you grab a newspaper from a small rack. You can stay on top of the news in the city. Fair enough, and I read number 3. Oh, did I have to read anything? Did I have to, like, open? Oh, I opened envelope number 2. Oh, shit, I'm so stupid. I didn't pay attention to that. I'm supposed to open envelopes 2 and 3 now. Okay, so we're getting a lot of information out of nowhere. Also, this disappears. Goodbye. I'll never know what happens. So let's do that. So we have that. We now need to open envelopes 2 and 3. I'm dumb. Oh, 3 is not even an envelope. It's just like a fold out. Oh, this is the newspaper. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. Oh. Uh-oh. This is awkward, guys. This is really awkward. I flipped to a random page in the newspaper, and Anthony Walker is dead. Dun, 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 dun. Unfortunate, because that was one of the guys we're supposed to be going for. So he's dead. That's a shame. Pickpocket, arts expert, boat license. Well, the arts expert might have been pretty helpful, but oh well. There's 2 narcotics experts. We could just drug everybody in the museum. We have quite the newspaper here. Criminal finally apprehended. The Monte Circus? It's the day after the heist. We can go to the circus. This is awesome. Okay, we'll read this later. We do have number 2 to read also, which I think is probably going to be the plans to the building. And then again, we also have to read, if we bring card 68, it's probably just their face again. So card 68. Card 68, card 68, card 68, card 68, card 68. It is. There he is. You know what? I think this is a alright voice for him. I kind of like him. He listens to George Harrison. And the George Harrison album at that, which is just kind of some hot shit. I do fuck with that. So, I'm on his side right now. I want him more than the lady who's just kind of being really weird. This one's not peeling as smooth. I can see like a ring of like tearage, but it's not like super bad. We're being super careful here. We're being the most careful. That's me, Mr. Careful. That's who I am in this world, this day and age. Oh god, this one's just... Okay, that's fine too. This one just kind of ripped really easily. Yes, the floor plans. Yeah, baby, we got plans. So this is the gallery's floor plans here. It's pretty nice. There's a permanent exhibit. There's a touring exhibit. There's utilities. Thief gets in as a visitor. How to get around when inside. How to get hands-on equipment. What the fuck does that mean? Security, open fire doors, recorded CCTV cameras, live image CCTV cameras. What does that mean? Recorded cameras and live image cameras? So some of them just record and you have to like pull out a DVD or something to read it later. Access hatches for ventilation ducts. We could get in through the vents in the utility room and the woman's restroom. But also, there's an entrance through the east wing for the ventilation. But there's only the one entrance, so I don't know what you'd do to get out of there. There's a lot of metal detectors right by the start of the place, which is fair. Ventilation ducts. Okay, yeah. So we got some interesting stuff. So here's the map again. So yeah, the red lines are the vents. So like there's a big vent going along this wall here, and there's just a tiny one over here. The blue squiggles are metal detectors. So we got some funky metal detectors in the lobby, and then going into the touring exhibit, and just the West Wing in general. The West Wing has a lot of security there, so that might be where a painting is. And there's a lot of cameras. There's tons of freaking cameras. Every little orange and green box is a camera of some type. There's lots of them, which is fair. Okay, so we have that. Now let's read the news. What else are we gonna do? Also, I got a star. I earned it. We're on 3 stars right now. We're doing really good, I think. Or really bad. Anything's possible. Anything is cool when you're part of a team. Okay, so there's headline news and gimpier news. So we're gonna read the headline news. Amsterdam Daily News. Today's July 13th. That's good to know. That means we have like 2 weeks until the heist. So we got some time. Some time on our hands. Criminal finally apprehended. Hard to believe Claire Mendoza has been caught at a well-known fast food place drive-thru in the picnic. Okay, so Claire Mendoza and Anthony Walker are apparently just out of the fucking picture. Fair enough, I guess. I don't think I would have wanted either one. She's kind of expensive. Well, that's unfortunate. But honestly, I don't care that much, I guess. Let's keep reading. And she was in Groningen. Okay, that's an interesting city name. If it's real, you're weird for living there. Though she was the target of both a CIA and Interpol manhunt, we ultimately have the local police force to thank for the arrest of the criminal. She was recognized by a young officer who was called to the restaurant after Miss Mendoza tried to pay for her meal with a counterfeit $50 bill. Bro, you have so much. You got, like, money if you're a criminal. Why are you using fake money? What's the point of that? The wanted suspect attempted to evade capture, was ultimately apprehended and securely taken into custody. But she's a master of disguise, so she might not actually be arrested. So I feel like they might be on the wrong person. It's a plain appearance too, so like they could have grabbed anybody that was 5'9" and just put their hat on them and said, "Hey, we're going crazy." Claire Mendoza was extradited to the United States of America on July 11th, 2022. Where the U.S. citizen will have to answer criminal charges for 15 robberies worth over a total of $10 million and face a possible life sentence in prison. The wanted multi-millionaire thief never had the opportunity to commit any crimes in the Netherlands. Her arrest will no doubt come as a relief to the nation's private collectors. She's definitely still out there. There's no way she's not still out there. Like, this is definitely a person. The most infamous criminal since Bonnie Parker has now been caught in the Netherlands. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I feel like she's still out there. We might actually. I think this is like a red herring. I think that if we do this heist without them, if we don't find a way to contact this Mendoza, she's going to be also heisting the same building we are at the same time. Like freaking, like I'm just thinking again about the Distractable when they're trying to both do the heist at the same time. I feel like that is what's happening here. If we don't get Claire Mendoza, because now she's completely off the radar. No one's gonna expect her, so she's just safe to do whatever the hell she wants. I really don't think she got arrested. I don't believe it. If she died, I could believe that. Like Anthony Walker over here. Let's read his little eulogy here. Anthony Walker died. He was only 40. That's sad. What you hold deep in your heart cannot be lost to death. His loving widow and family. If we can get his body, he might have a key in his stomach, like Jigsaw. The memorial service will be attended by close friends and family who kindly requested their privacy be respected. Fair. The Bachman Gallery relocates. This is a big article. Oh, and there's news. I have to read. Oh, there's so many different websites. Oh God, what? Why can't you just have everything on the newspaper? It's fine though. I'm cool with that. The Netherlands' best-known private arts collection has moved to a new home. The distinguished collection of master works will be housed in the Vrije Universitet's newest building. This follows a month-long wait for the gallery to once again open its doors to visitors after much needed repairs to the historic building. The house the collection forced the gallery to vacate its former premises last year. The beloved Dutch institution faced an uncertain future. Negotiations with the university over the plan to use parts of its building as exhibit space met with opposition from students. I hate when words get hyphened and cut off and put in later. It confuses my brain a little bit. The new university building had originally been intended for state-of-the-art student study facilities, but in the end, a compromise was reached. The gallery had now found a home on the building's top floor. Art and education go hand in hand here. Students who want to visit the exhibition will be admitted free of charge. The gallery's security procedures are limited to the top floor, so that all students can keep using the facilities as usual. Okay, so we can come in from the bottom. That sounds pretty helpful to know, actually. All students can keep using their student facilities as usual, and explains who's in the dean. Building work required to meet the gallery's extreme high security standards was completed earlier this year. The grand reopening of the Bachmann Gallery in June 15 was a resounding success, with its record 1,000 visitors welcomed in the first weekend it opened. We're not expecting the flow of visitors to trail off anytime in the next few weeks. The latest exhibition isn't limited to Dutch artists, but also features interesting artwork by international artists. This will help attract lots of tourists too, said gallery director Dr. Ruben van der Big. He says that the new exhibit concept, Motionless Life, which is on view exclusively in July 2022 in the gallery's permanent exhibition hall. Why is it in the permanent exhibition hall if it's only exclusively in July? That doesn't make sense. They're dumb and stupid. We curated this remarkable collection, especially. It also includes some major German and American painters. Motionless Life is particularly noteworthy in that it shows not only the major Dutch still life, but also townscapes, technical drawings, and much more. The idea is to portray our lives in a new way. All of these dead or inanimate objects contain a reflection of life. Many are objects that are used to nourish and support our own daily lives. We want this new collection to shift people's perspective on life and vitality, and to prompt an expansion of the visitors' horizons, explained the director. If this has piqued your interest, you can find more about it on the website, which then is given there. There's a couple of ads for the circus, dedicated to prevention of animal cruelty, so our shows now include the animal acts as the show by people for people. We're welcome to bring along your dog. Roll up, roll up. Respect to the Mon Cali Circus. And then spy tech security cameras, providing reliable access protection, alarm system, surveillance cameras, and security staff since 2000. Require personalized consultation and want to make an appointment with spy tech? Get in touch with our professional consultants right away. So we could maybe pretend to be these people and have them turn off their cameras or something. I don't know. Anato Perez to visit. Amsterdam. Yep. The small Caribbean islands. It says small Caribbean is lands controversial. It's a controversial politician has scheduled a trip to the Netherlands following negotiations with the Dutch government. Anato Perez will be visiting our beautiful city from July 27th to July 29th. He will conclude his visit by giving a speech at the Amsterdam Olympic Stadium at 9 p.m. July 28th. That sounds like a good time to do it. There's not a whole lot of eyes on the situation. The purpose of his visit is to strengthen diplomatic ties with the Netherlands and to deepen trade relations. The international reputation of the beautiful Caribbean island, famed for its gorgeous white sand beaches, and at the home of international pop star Diana, has suffered from its association with the illicit drug trade. Experts find it more than telling that the controversial politician Anato Perez, himself at the very heart of multiple past scandals, has specifically approached the Netherlands and established closer ties. It's obvious that the meeting will resolve around the legalization of certain drugs, like cocaine, for example. He kind of looks like Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. Like if he had more hair. That's like Kevin O'Leary right there. How's it going, Honk? Good to see ya. We're doing what the hell is it called? Shadows. Cards just flew up my face. I didn't read any. These are banned cards. We haven't gotten very far, despite we've been here like an hour. We're just kind of setting the scene. I apologize if this, well, this is basically impossible to see. This is just like information for me to kind of keep track of, so it's not super important. Yeah, you can see it. But I will let you know anything that you have questions for. So yeah, they're gonna be the president of Amsterdam. No, Cubados, whatever the fuck that is. During the speech at the Olympic Stadium, all roads within 3 kilometers of the stadium will be closed off and guarded by police. Roadblocks will be set up on July 28th at 3 p.m. and will remain in place until 7 a.m. on July 29th. The police are expecting protests and special security protocols will be throughout the entire city. I guess maybe that's a bit of a problem. So maybe we don't want to do it right away when he's doing his thing. Do you want to do it before or after he visits? It's a good question. In conjunction with the roadblocks, the skies above Amsterdam will become restricted airspace, so we can't like parachute into the building, I guess. And road work around Amsterdam. There will be major construction work in the greater Amsterdam area from July 15th until August 29th. The city will publish a detailed schedule. It's already been announced that the Zeeburger-Brug Bridge will be closed for the length of the construction period. Boat traffic through Amsterdam's canals will not be affected by work on the bridges. Cool beans. And then someone on our list of specialists is dead because we're in the hiring process right now, and this is the most professional list of resumes I've ever seen in my life. You've made your D&D character and now you're invested? Hell yeah, dude. What you got going on in there? What's the story? Okay, so we have newspaper, we have the floor plans, and we have more locations to visit now. So let's just keep perusing the landscape here. Do I want to visit the? Oops, I don't know if I want to visit the gallery necessarily. I'm just gonna visit the gallery because it's here. This is the gallery and all of its beautifulness. I'm assuming this isn't gonna start the heist. If it does, I'm gonna cry. You spend a while observing the crowds passing through a series of security checks in the lobby. The gallery entrance has state-of-the-art security doors. You figure that breaking them open at night would be impossible. This means you'll need to get your thieves inside during opening hours. Uh-oh. But how are you going to smuggle in all the necessary gear? There are guards on duty by the impenetrable entrance doors, and all visitors have to pass through metal detectors and careful bag searches. Of course, your trained eye has never missed an opportunity. Besides the heavily guarded visitors entrance, there's also a staff entrance. Security there is downright laughable. All the staff need to do is present their ID. Nobody's searching their bags. Satisfied with what you learned, you move to join the queue. It's time you look inside. Ooh, okay. So we gotta open up F and G. So we can actually just peruse these locations. Pretty cool stuff. So let's take a look inside. We'll go to the Dancing Diva or whatever. There's like a little club. We'll do that later. Here is the touring exhibit hall. That's the thing with galleries and stuff. It's just a bunch of stuff on the wall and like one seat. Why is there just one tiny, like turtle-sized table there? Very confusing. But I'm sure the art might be nice. Art isn't really your thing. Maybe it's not nice. Who cares what a painting was made and what techniques the artist was using? The price of art, now that's something you're very much into. So you reluctantly follow the tour through the exhibition space. While the tour guide drones on about the heyday of Dutch still lives, take a closer look around the exhibit room. There are surveillance cameras on every wall. You see straight away they're using state-of-the-art technology, which is not your strong suit. Luckily, you know whose strong suit it is. And now we place location J on the board, so I guess we know of somebody. We get to go to the circus eventually. Shady-tronics. So we have a friend in Shady-tronics. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so yeah, we know now that there's lots of cameras, which I think we knew already, because we had like the layout here, which is just every little green and orange box in every hallway is a camera. It's quite a lot of cameras. He's an insane pyromaniac who died and turned imp demon. I haven't made my own idea. Hell. No, that's cool. Yeah, it's simplified, but honestly, it is. I could use simplification. Not the fastest man in the West there. So we've been there. So then we have the permanent exhibition hall, which just looks so many little statues and placards and stuff. Lots of neat things going on in there. I don't know which paintings we're supposed to steal still. Ooh, okay, here we go. Bingo! You finally spot the two paintings your client is after in the permanent exhibition hall. So this is where it's all going down. You need to check out every inch of your surroundings. Both paintings are secured by thick metal cables. You're going to need an angle grinder to cut them from the walls. Huh? Oh, because like they're attached to the cable? Isn't it? How does that make sense? Is the cable like looped through the painting maybe? Otherwise, couldn't you just like unhook the cable? You don't need an angle grinder. I've never seen a painting that protected in my life. I've only ever been to one art gallery, and I barely looked at art. I looked at some like photos, like photography stuff. But fair. On your right, there's a corridor with access for staff only. I'm gonna look at this. For staff only. So I'm looking at, permanent exhibit. There's storage in the director's office that way, according to the plans. Noticing that no one is standing guard, you sneak down the corridor and find a door to the office. You listen at the door. It sounds like the room is empty, but unfortunately the office is secure with a keypad lock. You'll need to crack the code to get in. There we go. So we have our first little riddle here. We have our first little funky slot machine symbol thing, which means that we have to solve a puzzle. Enter a code or answer at the Masters of Crime website to gain more information. So we need to figure out what that code would be. But we also do get to open 2 more envelopes of information. So there's so much stuff going on here. Like 7 and 9. We need number 9. Number 9. Number 9 large. That's what that's from. I couldn't remember. I was thinking Burger King foot lettuce, but that's not the right thing. So we're gonna open 7 first. So I imagine these 2 things will somehow piece together a code for the door that we can crack open nice and easily. So that's gonna be grand. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be awesome. The more I do this, the less attentive I get, and the more eager I am to just open the damn thing. So I'm probably going to rip one of these at some point. At which point, I hope to get laughed at for being stupid. But right now, we're still going strong. Yeah, there we go. So number 7 is open. Let's take a look at what we have here. Ka-chung. What is it? I can't see it. I can't see the preview. It's art. Oh, is it like it's like a guide of what's in the museum? Oh, I think these are the paintings we're supposed to be stealing. I don't remember which ones he was talking about. I think we had that somewhere though. We had that here? We knew the Roman place setting and golden hour. So those are the 2 paintings that he wants us to steal, but we can only steal 1. So take your pick. I'm kind of leaning towards the one on the right. Maybe the left. I feel like we could totally steal the one on the left, like the golden hour one, right? Because if someone sees us trying to steal it, we can just put it against the wall, and people will think it's like a window. And then we'll be fine. Golden hour. There's 19. Alright, there's so much stuff to Google. We'll Google everything later. We will Google everything at a later date. Let's just get all the information that we have currently, and we'll go from there. This 1919 masterpiece by Thea Goldschmidt shows the New York skyline with the Empire State Building. Why would I want to Google the Empire State Building? I know what that is. At center stage. The city that never sleeps is captured magnificently in the light of a stunning sunrise. An extraordinary masterpiece with an interesting history, enveloped in beautiful bismuth vandate yellow, which I also want to Google for some reason. Maybe it's like really poisonous paint or something. The Empire State Building rises above the New York skyline. And I get to draw cards 69 and 70 because those are, I'm guessing those are the paintings. So I know what paintings I'm trying to steal here. Yes. Now I have a good idea of our luscious, beautiful paintings. Look at these things. They're just so pretty. So pretty. We'll read about the Roman place setting in just a moment. But these stay there. Okay. Roman place setting. The still life from 1871. You said something. Let me read. He got kicked out of hell for absolutely destroying the ring of violence. He goes back to bombing, but slowly starts gaining some humanity from going. Is this still normal? It's a weird ass image. The video that's for the music is very strange. He goes back to bombing, but slowly starts gaining some humanity from going chaotic evil to chaotic good throughout the campaign. That's cool. Hell yeah, man. That's fucking awesome. That's cool. Honestly, you have a lot more thought out than I do. The character that I made is a cassowary who once was a noble warrior of his land, but just went to go do his, like, he had a true passion for making shoes. So he just makes shoes now, and he's gonna get, like, called into the adventure, but he's gonna be very belligerent about it because he just wants to make shoes. He doesn't really, like, he knows that he could help the situation, so he's gonna try his best to help, but also he just wants to go back home and make shoes. So that's my it's not as nearly as interesting of a story or a plot line as yours, but it fits me, so I like it. Not that I like making shoes. This still life from 1871. This is the Roman place setting. Here, I can show the painting while I talk about it. An oil on canvas shows a rich and is this even there? Yeah. Shows a richly laden fruit bowl holding grapes and a decanter of wine. The dark violet tones contrast magnificently with the pure white of the napkin to immediately catch the observer's eye. A brush wiping technique with the bestiary paint was used to create this amazing effect. And then they're giving me some information about their paintings and stuff. At age 18, against his father's will, every side of the his life's art. Only a small number of his works have been preserved. Prolific, he said, his work to go to work. There only does of his works left. So this one, it just talks about how rare his paintings are. There's only a dozen of them left. So this one might be too high priority of a target to go for safely. So I might want to go for golden hour just off of that alone, as well. So there's more to Google there, which is so exciting. It is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot here. They're giving me a lot of information, and only one puzzle to solve. So it's like kind of crazy. But I love this. This is really fun. This would be a lot of fun with like a bunch of people. So they do say it's like 1 to 6 players. I can imagine this being a ton of fun with like 4 people. Just going. Oh, this one's just ripping. Okay, cool. So this is number 9. Ding. What the? Oh, this is like the hallway that I see. Your view into the corridor. Yes. Okay, and this is the pin pad there. So Wilhelm Leibel, 1881. Wassily Kandinsky, 1923, and Jackson Pollock, 1948. I'm willing to bet that they have to do with the code to the director's office here. Something, I imagine if I Google these paintings, something will give me a hint towards, like, maybe that's, like, their first painting, their 9th painting, and then that will be the code. Something like that. So let's do all of our Googling now. Alright, we have so much to Google. There's so much to learn, and you guys can actually see the Googling stuff. Although, I will be, being very careful about it. Because I need, first of all, incognito tab, please, because I don't want you knowing my location and having things based off of my location. I feel like that's fair, and sue me. And now I need to have this pop up here. Can I even get this here? Private browsing. Bunk, bunk. There it is. Okay. So it is there. Let's look. Well, let's get this, like, big. I'm on the old. Actually, no, I can stay. No, we'll put it there. We'll pop it there. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna swap over to this menu. How about that? How about that? Now it's actually, like, all big and stuff. So we're gonna have quick hot swap here. And we're going to Google some of our first stuff to Google. It's going to be great. So, there was a lot that needs to be Googled, specifically from the newspaper. So let's start with the newspaper, and we'll work our way back down to the stuff that I actually just read. You know, we'll read up on what we should have been reading up on before. So there's some websites to look up, as well as just some information. So let's start with information about the Bachman Gallery, because that's one of the first things that's here. Yeah, so let's do that. So let's get all the websites pulled up, and then let's also just start Googling stuff. So website A that needs to come up is the Bachman Gallery website, BACHMANN hyphen GALERIJ .NL, whatever the hell that means. Northern Lion. And there it is. It's a whole ass website, and it's got cookies. At least I imagine it's a fake cookies thing. Here it is. Look at this, guys. Isn't it beautiful? Bachman Gallery. Yeah, accept cookies in German. Why not? I can't read this. Can we go English? Blessed be the day. Blessed be the day. So this is the Modern Art Bachman Gallery. Modern art and classical art in the heart of Amsterdam. Opening hours are from 8 to 10. That's pretty good to know. This is the address, which I am supposed to look up. So I'm just going to copy paste this real quick. And then we'll have that for later. Management Jobs Collection. Book online now and discover art in Amsterdam. Experience history. Well, look at all these paintings. They do a little woo, 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 woo. What's the point of that? Old and new art, united in a magical place full of inspiration and discoveries. They got a cafe and a souvenir store. They have a science museum, not suitable for wheelchair users, free audio tour, and discover the exhibition. Cool beans. Education and teaching content. Students would get students with value get 10% discount on normal price. No, it said it was free. It literally, I guess maybe it's other students that go there. Well, that's cool. Note the teachers, a traveling exhibition on Mark Shaggy and Leonardo da Vinci are no longer included in our program. Got it. Okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of paintings and stuff. Careers, job advertisements. Oh, don't make me apply for all these online. I could be a night. If I do just get a job there, though, I guess it could work. Employee in the souvenir store, tour guide, security specialist, and night watchman. I mean, yeah, we could. If we apply for security, we'll have all their codes and shit, right? Let's just do that. We're sorry. Unfortunately, we cannot offer you this job in our facility when the application deadlines have already passed. It starts in about 4.5 months. Ah, dang. Advertise in the souvenir store. No, I don't want to work at the souvenir store. That doesn't seem like me. Well, it seems like me. It doesn't seem like me, like in the game. In the back to main page button doesn't work, so I guess we're going to the souvenir store. I can't read this. I can't read this. It's not in English anymore. Where'd the English go? Just run it. Just run it. See what happens. Oh, there's a person. Hello. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you. Hold on, turn the music off. Turn the music off. There's something that's going on here. Turn the TV off. What is this? I really wish this was in English.
Hallo, können Sie mich schon sehen? Ich sehe Sie gerade noch nicht. Hören kann ich Sie auch nicht.
I don't know what you're saying.
Jetzt, ja, perfekt. Erzählen Sie doch mal ein bisschen was über sich. Warum möchten Sie bei uns anfangen? Warum haben Sie sich ursprünglich...
What does any of this mean? I need to hold on. I don't know if this is on purpose or not, so I'm gonna quickly just gonna smack the refresh button here. Maybe just back a few times. Let's go. Let's try Night Watchman. Okay, that doesn't work either. Okay, let's go back then. Tour guide doesn't work. Okay, we're going here. Oh, thank goodness, it is English. Okay, I'm not crazy. Thank you very much. You're delighted you're interested in our position. If you'd like to take part in the application process, click on the click on the button to go straight to HR. Ooh, this is a live video call? Oh boy. Okay. Let's rock it. Hello? Oh, they can speak English! Hi!
Can you see me?
A little, kinda. Y'all good?
Can't see or hear you yet.
It's fine.
Oh.
I'm right here.
There you are. Hi.
How's it
All right,
going?
perfect.
Nice to meet
So tell
you.
me a little about yourself.
Oh, I would love to.
Why are you applying to?
Oh, page has been interrupted. If you want to continue your application process, click on this text field to go to the online test. Yeah, let's go. We didn't even have to do the stinking interview. Let's go. That's awesome. Big. Okay, here we go. Online assessment. Solve these 3 tasks for the secret solution set, and you've got the job. Please note that stars awarded here in the test do not count towards your overall score. Errors occurred. I'd like to find out how much about you as you already know about. We'd like to find out how much you know about the gallery. Your potential new employer. Wish you the best. Okay, so here we go. So what the hell? Yeah, the feet go. The hell is it? What kind of? Did I win that? I think I won that. I feel pretty good about that. I feel like really good about that. 4 out of 4. We got a star, baby. It doesn't actually mean anything. Solution code 3. Art. Oh, okay. So yeah, we do have. So we just need to do these. Okay. The best-selling product in our souvenir store is probably food. It says a sweet treat, special treat. Okay, well hold on. All right, we can hold off on this. Let's go back to their website. English.
Hello?
Oh no, I just your home, just the home website, please go away. Sorry, lady. Management jobs collection. Careers, current exhibitions. Okay, here we go. We got the exhibitions list. We should have read this before we apply. Let's be real. We were being irresponsible, but it's fine because we were thrown a bone. The thing cut off. All is good. 3 exhibitions with different themes. Modern photography. I don't believe that's an actual photo, and if it is, it's heavily tampered with. Still life and impressionism, which are all staying for like a month, despite being in the permanent exhibition hall. That's never gonna make. I'm mad about that. This month we will present impressionist masterpieces from the second half of the 19th century in a tour exhibition hall. Motionless life, modern photography. There's the guy who works there or runs the place. I don't know exactly. Look at his little glasses. This is pretty. Patterns of Nature, new exhibition from August 2022. Cool beans. We don't. It doesn't tell us anything about their building in here. Data protection. Welcome to the Thames and Cosmos website. What's happening? I don't think I need to be here. I have to be completely honest. Oh no, there are websites though. Who's responsible for this? Is this like? Does this matter? Oh, this is just Thames and this is the people. This is the website for. This is stuff for the actual people who made the game. So that's not important. That's just for saving their asses legally, I guess. Management? Oh. I guess we can read about him. Born in a small suburb of The Hague, Mr. Vanderburg has now lived in Amsterdam. I say Mr. Vanderburg. I did the first time I read his name. Has lived in Amsterdam for over 15 years with his wife and 2 children. He represents the Bachman Foundation for over 20 years and was appointed head of the Bachman Gallery project 12 months ago. I love art, and I see it as my job to share the beauty of the form of expression with as many people as possible. As a family man, it's particularly important to me to make the gallery accessible and appealing to children and families alike. Okay. So man's got kids. Where is anything about their like food and stuff? I guess they don't have it. So the best-selling product in our souvenirs. We can skip that one for now. The oldest painting in our collection was painted in. Oh shit! I wasn't looking. Hold on. We can go back to the collection. Collection. Here we go. Well, I mean, none of these actually say. Although, I mean, painting. Where was that? Where was the reading about the paintings? I actually don't remember. Was it 9? It was not 9. It was 7. 7 has only information about the 2 paintings that I care about. but one of them was 1871. Like, that's pretty old. 1871's gotta be pretty freaking old, right? Like, I'm not insane here. I'm going. I imagine I could just, like, refresh this over and over again if I wanted to get it right. But come on. I'm here to, get the job. So, I'm not going to mess with that. Is the presiding director. It's Dr. I just want Bjerg. That's his name. He's the director, right? I'm like 80% sure about that fact. I mean, like, it seems that way. Doctor, I'm not gonna list his whole name. I'm giving Bjerg and I'm running with it. And if they want to sue me for being wrong there, then whatever. Does it talk about what the oldest paintings? Oh, haha. The oldest painting from 1612. Okay, 1871 was not the answer there. The oldest painting, 1612. In our modern photography exhibit, this is easy. Modern photography is there until July 28th, 2022. It's currently on the, never mind. East Wing. East Wing. Oh, they really let you type it all. Okay, we're gonna go Ruben Vanderberg. I don't know if that... Is that right? I don't feel like that would be capitalized. And it wasn't. I'm smart. It's Van, right? Yeah, Ruben Vanderberg. Okay, so the only thing we don't know about that is what the hell they're selling in their souvenir store. Oh, I guess I could just look. It probably says it somewhere in here. Like here. Who would like to... Would you like to sell our bestseller, the chewing gum paintbrush? There it is. The chewing gum paintbrush. That sounds disgusting. I'm going to copy that. And in you go. And bam. We got it, baby. 4 out of 4. Everyone, art. Everyone, art. Everyone loves. It's probably just loves art. Which of these painters comes from Flanders? Flanders where? Ooh. Oh. I thought it was going to talk to me when I pressed the button. Alright, we can just Google these people, right? We're already online. Let's do this. Let's go Pablo Picasso. He was from Spain. Is that where's Flanders? Flanders. Ocean City, New Jersey. What's this? Flanders. Oh, here we go. Flanders. It's Belgium. Oh, it's 12 o'clock already. Really? Wow. Has it been almost 2 hours already? It's been an hour and a half. Okay, that's fair. That's a bit more fair. Okay, so Flanders is Belgium. Considering I'm going to be looking up actual locations and people for a second, I'm going to go over here until I find the answer, just in case they try to, fuck with me there. So, let's just jump to Emil Stenzel, because that name is familiar. Wait, actually, can't I just... That name is way too familiar. Here they go. Emil Stenzel, the creator of Roman Place Setting. See, I didn't need to Google shit. I'm amazing. Go back here. It was Emil Stenzel. Fuck, I hated that. Oh, everyone is art? That's just terrible. I did it. You got the job. Now draw card 61 and place it unseen in the implementation pile. And I receive an actual star. Let's go. So I'm gonna put that on my star chart. Star chart? You guys don't see. I made an hourglass. You guys don't see the star chart, but I've got 4 stars right now, which is pretty exciting. I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, so there we go. So we've got the job. 61 goes in the implementation pile. Where the fuck is the implementation pile? Is there an implementation pile? Oh, like in the heist deck. I see. And they go in numbered order, right? The precise card order in this deck doesn't matter yet. You will pull the heist stack in descending numerical order at the start of the heist stage. Okay, so I can rearrange them however I please. So there we go. So we now have a job, which is pretty cool. So our first day of work, we're gonna rob the place blind. I feel like that's pretty cool. That's pretty fair. So I feel like I've gotten everything I possibly could out of this website then. I think this one is a success. We got a job. Let's go. We don't need to do this heist after all. They actually pay pretty good wage. I didn't even ask about the wage. Maybe I don't know that. I can't say I don't know for sure. Next step, I guess we want to find the actual address of this place. So I will take this. And again, it's a location. So I'm going to go over here. And we are going to Control V. So it is this an actual place? Yo, take a look at this shit, yo. Danny, pull that shit up. It's an actual place. De Veerle, Amsterdam is a public research university in Amsterdam, Netherlands. That's cool. If I kind of go to like, do I want to look up their web? I don't think I want to look up their website. I don't think I need their web. I don't think they're gonna have a game on their website because this is an actual university. But what do I know? Real quick, just gonna. I don't want to hit. I almost hit directions, and I don't want to accidentally do that here. So, let's. I'm gonna open their website. Maybe that. English, please. Website uses cookies. This is an actual place, so I don't think I need to be here. Yeah, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. I know where it is. Is that helpful at all? I don't think it would be. 1081. Why do I want to Google this place? This doesn't really answer many questions. It's in the Netherlands. I know where we are now. We're in the Netherlands. That's pretty cool. Total enrollment 31,000 as of 2022. It's pretty cool. Is there a review? Please don't waste your money here. You will pay 3 times extra than the Dutch students or EU students and will still not get fair treatment. Very unfair grading system at that. Not great for international students. People don't seem to like this place very well. Dutch education for international students is a joke in general. Yeah, they are, people do not like this place. I can see why they agreed to do a game for themselves. Okay. Good to know. I'll keep this open, I guess, just for later. What else is there to look up then? For whatever reason, it also wants me to look up the Amsterdam Olympic Stadium. So, we can look up the Amsterdam Olympic Stadium. It's a stadium, alright. I don't know what the purpose of these things. Oh, so we can see the distance between them, right? Because they're gonna be putting up roadblocks and stuff. So here, let's. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm a genius. All right. I'm not gonna show you this because I'm on Google Maps, so I don't need. It's only $9 for a tram ride. That's pretty fucking crazy. $9. That's awesome. How do I do directions in Google Map? Directions from the other place, so I can see how close they are in proximity. Right? It's a 5-minute walk. It's a 5-minute drive. It's 1.6 kilometers. So they are doing. Here we go. During the speech at the Olympic Stadium, all roads within 3 kilometers of the stadium will be closed off and guarded by police. So we are in the radius. We're in the zone. That's why they wanted us to have that information. That's fair. So, yeah, we are only 1.6 kilometers away. Or technically 2, I guess. Somehow. It's a 22-minute walk. I'm going to look up the walk. Yeah, a walk is the most is 2.2 kilometers. So, either way, we're in proximity, so we're gonna get a getaway driver is going to be kind of irrelevant. We don't really need a getaway driver because we're gonna. Actually, no. I guess means we can't do it at that time, right? Because we're in the zone, so we have to do it before 3 p.m. Otherwise, we are screwed. So it has to be early. He'll be giving his speech at 9 p.m. Doesn't matter because we have to do it. I'm gonna write that down. Actually, I'm gonna keep that as a note on my little star pad. So we need to do it. Heist. Before 3 p.m. That has to be a thing, because otherwise we are going to get walled off and we're going to get screwed. Paint 3D won't be receiving updates starting November 4th, 2024. Aw, I like this app. It's fun. It's kind of useless, but it's fun. Okay, so we got that information. Honestly, pretty helpful. Pretty helpful to know. The last thing is a spytechsecurity.com. Sorry, spytech-security.com. So let's do that as well. Let's look up that. Let's get off of the Google Maps. spytech-security.com. Which brings us to, hopefully, a fake website. I honestly couldn't tell you. The best security company in the world. At least we try to be. Okay, this feels fake now. I don't think any actual company would say that about themselves. Your partner in crime prevention, all-in-one solution for homes, businesses, workplace, yards, football stadiums, and dog schools. Yeah, this seems a little jokey here. Let's see. Reliable IT and cybersecurity. Are we gonna try to get a job here too? I don't have a login page. Enter your customer number. So maybe I can find that. And then I can hack their cameras. If I get into the office, I can probably find their login information. Okay, and data protection. Actually, I'm going to click on this real quick just so I can see if this is the same. Yep, this is Cosmos. Okay. So yeah, this is just a silly joke website. Doesn't actually exist. Services. Quality services. 49% of the time. Huh? They don't have the best degrees, but they're always highly motivated. That's funny. Creative security solutions. This is what it looks like behind the scenes when we process your requests and keep bad guys away. Looks like that. Cool. Okay, so we don't know this information just yet. At least I don't think we do. Yeah, so we don't have a login. But we will get one. Very soon. Very soon we will get one. Okay, so we don't need to be here. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up on here as well the what's it called? The website for the main thing. Just so I have that on like stand, because I have it, but I don't have it on this same tab of stuff. So I'm gonna take that, goodbye, and then I plop it here instead. Just so I have it in the same area, because I need to put in a code. I need to put in a code at some point here. Want to enter a password? Yes. I don't want to just yet. On which card envelope can you find a code symbol? Okay, that's kind of... So it's number 9 that we're up to right now. And card 24. Okay, maybe I don't want to be here just yet. But yeah, so... Because I know eventually I need to put in a code. That's what it told me to do. Oh, maybe I was on card... Was I already on card 24? I was. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have that. And so let's open that up. Let's open that back up. So that and card 24. What is the code for the door? I don't know it yet, but I'm thinking I'm about to, because I'm pretty sure these paintings in this picture are telling me the code, basically. As you can see there. Because I imagine these are going to be like Jackson Pollock's 8th painting, and then it'll tell me from there. So I'm going to Google it over here. Again, I'm sorry. I am a scaredy little bitch when it comes to this sort of stuff here. I don't think I need to have this open anymore, the online assessment stuff. think I can close this because now we've got the job. But I'm keeping it open anyway because I feel proud of myself. So let's type in Wilhelm Label. 1881 is this paint. This painting's from 1881. Artworks. So 1881, he made. This is three woman in church. So 3 could be the number. 3 woman in church in 1881 painted by Wilhelm in his collection. So yeah, I'm imagining 3. I'm gonna write down 3. That seems like too suspicious of a number to be there. Then we have Wasily Kandinsky. And they've created this one, composition 8. Yeah, this is the code. I don't mean to spoil anything. And then Jackson Pollock. And he made, I think there's so many of these pieces of actual garbage. I don't understand Jackson Pollock. I never will. There's this is number 5, I think, because there's 1948. Yes, this is number 5. Thank goodness they have the dates on the page, because I'm gonna tell you right now, these are all the same stupid thing. I don't agree with this. So that's the code. It's 385. It's 385. 385. That was a breeze. Fortunately, you know the great masters inside out. Draw location H, add card 44 to the heist stack without looking at it, and I get a star. Yes, baby. 5th star. Oh, it's red. You guys don't see that. You don't know what I'm talking about. But 5th star for me. We're doing great. Okay, so we add location H. And now this is basically useless. I don't really need this anymore. Very cool. I like the little puzzle. I like little puzzles. Isn't there something on page 7 that I was supposed to look up also? Yeah. Yeah, there is. Let's look at it. Let's set up. Let's get this information put down first, and then we'll do that. So H has 3 cards. Put that in the little stack over here. Here, I'll come back over here. So put my H cards down, and I add 44 to the heist stack. This is really cool. This is a really cool way of doing things. I'm very on board with it. Now 44 is added to the stack there. All right. So now we are going to look up some more stuff. So I want to understand what bismuth vanadate yellow is all about. So I think I'm pretty safe to look that up over here. Let's go. You know what? Just in case, because I don't like that there's preview ones. Again, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch, and I feel like that's gonna get me places in the world here. So, bismuth is a Steven Universe episode, apparently. Vanadate yellow. Here we are. Is the inorganic compound with the form of BiVO4. Is a bright yellow solid. Is widely studied as visible light photocatalyst with a narrow band gap. Soluble in acid. So to be careful with acid. If we're too close to acid, it might melt or something. It's non-toxic. It's a safer alternative to lighter cadmium-based pigments. It's safe for human use, particularly in high-quality paints for automotive and architectural finishes. So it's just a color that is fine. It's a good color, I guess. This opaque yellow leaning slightly towards green appears opaque in mass tone yet lifts cleanly. It is low staining, making it excellent in port. Okay, it's low staining. That's nice. Without UV, maybe this has something to do with it. I'm on the Golden Artist acrylic website here. We'll go here. A bright yellow. This inorganic pigment has the strength, opacity, and light facets of cadmium, but without the UV moisture sensitivities, making it ideal yellow for outdoor use. So we can paint with it outside. That isn't... Okay, I don't know what the point of the colors is. I have to be completely honest here. I'm pulling an audible, and I'm just gonna find the next one. So this one says Beastry paint. Let's look up Beastry paint. I hope I'm not supposed to look up something in here. Need some help providing your plan. No, ready to start the heist. Want to play Shadows again. Okay, there we go. Beastray is a pigment made from soot. Interesting. Brown pigment made from boiling soot of wood. Beastray is made of soot. Yep. Okay, let's use the Wikipedia of this shit. Historically, beechwood was burned to produce the soap, which was boiled and diluted with water. Many old masters used beastray as the ink for their wash paintings. It's got a yellowish cast. It's also been used to name colors resembling the pigment, typically shades of brown. I guess. So one's made of yellow that's safe for human consumption, and one is made of soot. Maybe that'll be helpful in the grand scheme of the world, you know? Like maybe that'll be helpful for something later. I don't know. I have no idea. Either way, let's go ahead and enter the director's office, shall we? So here it is in all of its glory. There's lots of stuff for me to look at, so I'm going to look at it now. Lots of little paintings, lots of little books. There's a little statue in there. There's a motorcycle helmet in there as well. The eagle. The eagle is... That's one of the guys. He's the getaway driver. Is the eagle... Is this motherfucker? Is it this guy? Is this guy the eagle? And then is he the director? Or is this guy just a fan of him? I guess we'll find out. Codes are so easy to break. Do people really think that ciphers are so difficult to understand? Shaking your head dismissively. Oh. You step into the director's office. You notice right away that the window had been left slightly open. You find this odd because the rest of the museum features a ventilation system to keep the artwork safe from humidity. The few windows that are there are all kept tightly locked if they open at all. Now that the soundproof door has been shut behind you, you're enveloped by complete silence. You're very aware that you won't be able to hear footsteps approaching. Every minute that you spend in a room puts you more and more on edge. What's your next move? So we can search through the director's personal things thoroughly, or give the director's things a quick search and get out of there as fast as you can. Considering I've been standing in this hallway for like half an hour trying to figure this out, I think I have time. I'm willing to thoroughly search. You know, I feel like I'm here. I'm not just gonna bitch out of it at the last second. No one else came up to me to look at those paintings in the hallway. So I think it's fine. I think I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Hey, you know what? If anything, I have a job there. I applied standing in the gallery on my phone. So I just thought I was supposed to meet the boss here. I have an excuse. I'm going to thoroughly search through the personal belongings. Bazinga. Uh-oh. It looks like the director is having trouble at home because all the family photos of his wife are face down. The couch also looks like it sees a lot of use. The director appears to be sleeping in his office. Oh, like just not right now, but generally. You need to make sure he's out of the way on heist night. Oh, okay, that's interesting. But your search uncovers something else that might be useful. There are condoms stuck in the gap at the back of the couch. So who gets invited to sleepovers here? Going through the personal photos in the desk drawer. Oh, so we can try to get him to want one of our people, I guess. Perhaps he could use that information that he's sneaking people in. Going through the personal photos in the desk drawer and looking more closely at the items in the room, you get a pretty good idea of who the director is seeing. Perhaps you can use the information in your pocket. You pocket a couple documents that might prove useful and also note down the director's email address. Okay. What did you find on a personal letter? Wouldn't it be convenient if the director got asked on a date to the dancing diva on the evening of a heist? Sure. But the director isn't the only person who could throw a wrench in the works. You come across a document detailing the shift schedule for the night guards. Bingo. All you need to do is find out who's on duty in heist night. You grab your prize and sneak off swiftly from the office. So we discard the other card. We got our information. I do get an alarm, even though no one found me, which I find odd. But hey, only one alarm so far. we've gone through quite a bit of planning, so I'm pretty okay with that. I will put a little boom, but I also get a star, so like it all works out in the end of the day. We got more information than we didn't get, so that's a pretty big win for me. And now we get to read numbers 4 and 6. So we've got information coming out of our freaking keisters, let me tell you. So yeah, we also have an email and these documents. So we have an email for us to Google, which I will Google in just a moment. I'm just gonna look through these documents first because I like physical things. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. I used to be pretty on the side of I don't like when games introduce like online elements or like use like websites and stuff. But for like for most like regular games, I kind of agree. But for games like this, where it's just like a really big like mystery, I'm on board. I'm pretty on board. Here's number 4. Bam. What do we got? Is this like a it's their schedule. Let's go. That's huge actually. Shift filled, shift filled, shift filled, shift filled. All these people. Childcare problem. Levin and Maria can't work on the same day. Is this gonna be one of those like problems? Oh, can we like make the shift for them? So how we put them in on the same day and then they just can't work out or something? I don't know. Shifts too. So everyone has. Am I supposed to figure out who's working on these days? I am. I totally am. Oh dear Lord, kill me now. Okay, so they have these schedules filled. And Gustav, no late shift, not on Wednesday. No late shift, not Wednesday or Sunday. No night shift for leaving on Friday, and they also can't work Fridays or Sundays. Okay, there's a lot of specifics here. So we could figure out, and this is also a combination. What is the combination? I guess we're just supposed to figure out who works when. Does it matter? I'm not any of these people, so I don't. Why aren't I scheduled? You know, that doesn't seem very fair. Also, you can go back over here. I've done everything I possibly can with that area. I still have to go to the Dancing Diva and Shady Tronics at some point. Levin and Marie can't work on the same day. I will look at this in a moment. I'm gonna look at number 6 first. And then we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we haven't read yet. 5, 8, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if we're going to read them all, because, you know, we might not. But I kind of like the idea if we don't, because that just seems kind of cool. Like, yeah, you missed something. Like, I love missing something in the first playthrough, because then it incentivizes me to play it again. Let's see. And here is an appointment planner. Here's that. He's really got it pretty. We just stole this? I feel like he's gonna notice if we just stole this. But what do I know? 7:30 p.m. movies on Sunday. 7 p.m. council shareholders meeting on the 5th. Security meeting on the 6th. Well, this is taking place on July 28th. There's nothing interesting on July 28th. That's perfectly fine. During July 20th, Spytech maintenance scheduled for camera security level orange. So maybe if we get somebody to break those somehow. NASCAR Cup, party after race, surprise car wash before race with a heart on it. Souvenir shop grand opening. Okay. Grandma Hilda's birthday. Oh, there's only one person's shift filled so far on the Thursday. That's kind of confusing. On the day that the heist takes place, July 28th, there's only the morning shift filled, which is awkward because I wanted that shift. Well, actually, if I can get in on the late shift, I'd have 1 whole hour before the barriers go up. So maybe we can make that work. I have no idea. Okay, there's camera maintenance. Just a bunch of stuff. This doesn't seem as helpful. I'm sure it is, but in my brain right now, it's not. So, before we do anything, let's just have some fun. Let's do some puzzles. I like puzzles. Let's open Pixlr on here. Because we're just going to do a bit of doodling. Just going to do a wee bit of doodling. Let's just do, like, there. I got a nice, chunky, sized frame here. I'm not signed in, I know. Ad blocker. Okay, I'll just sign in then. How about that? I'll just sign in. You win. Alright? I'll just sign in so you can shut up. I just didn't feel like it, alright? I'm sorry. What's my password? I don't even know, dude. I gotta find it on my phone. I change my passwords so frequently, not because I want to, just because I'm stupid and forget them a lot. Important codes. There it is. Almost just said it out loud so I would remember it. There we go. Choose how you want to sign in. Bitch, I just did it. Get a fucking verification code, whatever. Alright. Hold on, everybody. The stops are moving. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We've signed in. We shouldn't have any problems with blocking of ads. So we're going to make, just real quick here, bam, bam, a chart. Because we want to figure out, well, we kind of just want to remake this chart in here. Which actually, they kind of have like a perfect green for it. I don't want a shape. I want just empty. Well, I already have an empty down there, so I'll just use this one. So, let's do boxes, black boxes. So, we have, what is this? So, that's 8. So, we're just going to make a chart. Oh, it's not, I don't want it to be filled. I just want an outline. Yes, outline. Yay. So, we have, oh, that's a little thick. There we go. So, here we go. I guess we don't need to do it like that. Here we go. So, let's... we got this, guys. We're gonna figure this out. 12, bam, there we go. So we need 8 rows. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't want to recreate this entirely. I don't want to do that at all. I just need, we have, okay, hold on. How do I want to do this? How do I want to go about organizing this list of things here? As you can see, nice big list of things. How the hell do I want to go about this? So I have 5 people, 7 days. So I want like a 6 by like 8, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little lopsided, but it's fine. And then, oh no, we want that to be a little bigger for the names. Eh. 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 Eh? Is that enough? Or is that too little? Is that too many? I don't know. We're just gonna start talking. So we have, let's boink. So this is the names, and then these are gonna be the days. So we got names, we got, oh yeah, we got Sunday. We got Monday. We got Tuesday. We got Wednesday. We are so good at this. Friday. And then, oops, needs to be a wee bit longer. So good at this. And we got Saturday. There we freaking go. We got it going. And now, we can go. We got Marnix. Where the hell this guy is. We got Gustav, whoever the hell this guy is. We got Levin, whoever the hell this guy is. We got Maria, whoever the hell this guy is. And we got Vincent, whoever the hell this guy is. So we now need to figure out who is on when. Because, hey, Rowan, how's it going? Hope all's well. I'm doing pretty good. We're solving puzzles, I think. Or at least I'm trying my damnedest to solve this puzzle. I'm not sure what I'm trying to solve for exactly. But basically, we have a bunch of people who are on certain days that we're trying to plan this heist, and I have to figure out which people work at which times. I guess 'cause I'm imagining that's important for reasons I'll find out later. So we're trying to figure that out. So I get to do that. So let's start off by marking off the big X's. All right, because there's some of these that just don't. There's no way that they could do it. That's the wrong one. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Right? Isn't that awesome? It's fantastic. So Marnix has no things. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. Gustav, no late shifts, so he's not going to be doing any late shifts, and he can't work Wednesday, and he can't work Sunday. Levin can't work Fridays or Sundays, so there's those. And Maria can't work Wednesdays or Fridays. And Vincent cannot work Thursdays or Fridays. So boink, 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 boink. And I mean, this is kind of where it gets confusing, because now I have to like figure what. Because each of these is one of the dates, and I have to figure out who is on for those certain dates. The early shifts have all been filled magically, but everyone can do early shifts. Friday, there's only 2 possible people who could be scheduled, but only one of them is currently scheduled. So I have to figure that out as well. There's not even 10. This isn't enough info, I don't think. Maybe I should wait on this, because there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shifts filled, and it says 10 shifts have been filled. Hold on. I'm going to, real quick, just hop over to this website, because this is a code thing. I want to know what I'm supposed to be solving for here. So what the hell is number 4 supposed to be asking? Which shift is important for the heist? It's a 28th. Late shift, yep. Which guard is working the shift and needs to be replaced? But no one is yet. Literally, the shift's not been filled. Oh, or is it... Oh, is it trying to... I need to finish the shifts. I need to... Oh. Okay, so I understand now. I'm supposed to put these guys in, or I'm supposed to like figure out who is gonna be in when, and then I have to. Oh, I thought I was scheduling them, even though I'm not the manager. So that makes more sense. So I'm just supposed to figure out who is going to be scheduled for those days, and then I need to figure out who I have to murder or whatever, so I can get in without his existence getting in the way. Okay. So with that said, I could have just made the correct list. I didn't. So I'm just gonna clear all of our hard work. So I'm gonna make this list again, just right on here. Let's just bam it out. It's gonna be so easy. So this is an 8x4. So that's pretty easy. Bam. Bam. Oh, that's maybe a little too little. Bam. I'm really good at symmetry. You know, it's one of my peak things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure, why not? There we go. So I'm just gonna keep drawing, because drawing is fun. This is nothing. This is the 25th. It's from the 25th to the 31st. There we go. This is so much easier to read, I'm sure. 30th. It's the 30th. Everyone knows the 30th. The 29th. The 28th. Hope you're doing well, Rowan. 27th. 26th. And then we have, this is the early. This is the late. And this is the night. Perfectly legible handwriting as always. Okay, so these shifts have all been filled, so we don't need to even worry about these at all. We just need to schedule the next few. And with the criteria that I laid out on the other one that is now no longer here. So That's going to be making this very easy. And this is the box. There's one box that we actually care about, and it is this one. So I'm going to highlight it in red. So once we figure out exactly what's going on here, that is the one that we need to think about. So each person has 2 shifts. Marnix has no... So Marnix is a gamer. Marnix we can schedule last. He's not important. I guess I should probably have it. So this is Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. This is Friday. This is Saturday. And this is Sunday. I know a lot of these have the same things going. I'm glad you're doing well. I can't remember if I said that already. I can't remember. Brain frying today. So, leaving. We'll start with leaving. There's 5 people to shift. Leaving cannot do night shifts, so he can't be on this section at all. And he cannot do Fridays, and he cannot do Sundays. So leaving's not going to... I really should have had that other one still there. Okay. Hold on. Hold. Let's just gonna do that again. We're gonna have 2 different things to pop up, and I'm a genius. I'm literally a genius. Okay, so now we make a second chart, which is the first one that I made. So there's 6 names, and there's 7 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, we finished already. Okay, that's good. Now I'm just gonna draw it. Leaving is Flemish term for a kind of person / thing. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hey, yeah, there's... Dude, I know where that is now. Because someone in this game painted something, and they're from Fleming, and they had me look up where that was. I know where that is now. And you would know, too. Because it's where you are. It's a crazy world. It's awesome. I don't remember which piece of paper that was on, so I can't show you at the moment, but I will eventually maybe do that. So we got good old Marky Mark here. Actually, unfortunately, I have to mark. We got Gustav. That is very cool. What kind of person? He's a kind of person. He's just a kind of person. He isn't. It is him, but he's just a kind of person. We got Maria. I made too many damn boxes. And we got Vincent. Now we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Even though I know this isn't how they do it, this is how the correct people do it. Sunday is the start of the week. Anyone who says otherwise is an idiot. Okay, so first of all of the... What am I even doing this for? Alright, this is just so I can understand who can do what. So, Mark over here... Well, I don't even have like the 3 tiers because there's an early, a late, and a night. But I can figure that. I can figure that out. I can figure that out when it comes to it. For now, let's just get the information that we had before. So, Mark can work whenever. Gustav cannot work late, and he can't do Wednesdays, and he cannot do Sundays. Levin cannot do Fridays or Sundays. Maria can't do Wednesdays and Fridays, and Vincent cannot do those either. So, there are 2 shifts to fill on Friday, as we can see here. So Gustav and Marnix are going to have to fill those at some point. And Gustav cannot do late shifts. So we know that for the night shift, we know Gustav's taking place over here. Oop, I'm on the wrong layer. We know Gustav is here. And we know Mark is here. There we go. We're off to a great start. We've cut those 2 down, and we know that Gustav the only other days he could work. Okay, so let's also check it off on here. So we know that Mark is working on Friday. He's working the late... Oh, wrong layer again. We're on the late shift there, and we're on the night shift there. Boom. Bam, pow, siggity wom bing bong. Okay. What did any of that mean? Okay. And that's 1-1, so they've only got one left. These guys are kicking it. These guys are cruising. Sunday has a lot of issues. Thursday is the one day that matters a lot, because Thursday is the 28th. The 28th is when the heist is taking place. And Vincent literally isn't even working any of those days. So Vincent's not even... Who the fuck cares about this guy? He's a loser. He's a deadbeat in my eyes. So Vincent's never going to be on here, which is cool. We go back here. So he's got his one shift. I mean, they're probably... This is just for these two shifts that I'm trying to fill. And there's no early anything. I'm only thinking about lates and nights. Well, actually, that's also a good point, because late night is when we're doing the heist. And Levin can't do night shifts, and Vincent... Oh, fuck, who hired this guy? All right? Who hired this guy? And Levin also cannot do night shifts, so we're gonna cross him out too. He's not really all that important to my overall plan here. But he cannot do... Let's just try to fill... I'm trying to figure out how this... I need more information here. How is YouTube career and work going? YouTube's fun. Still having a good time. I haven't... With work's been a little more intense. Not necessarily like the work I'm doing, just more like the demands of it. So I haven't had as much time to like do some more like interesting or like fun things. But I'm still having fun. I'm still having a good time here. We're still kicking around. I would not be here doing this right now if I wasn't having fun doing it. This is a blast. I know this might be boring, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So this is cool. I have more ideas and stuff that I want to do, as always. But I'll work on them when I get a chance to work on them. It's just kind of how it works. I'm not really all that mad about it. Hope you're all... you already said you were doing well. But I hope your endeavors are going well as well. But work's still fun. Like I'm not mad at work. I'm not hating it. It's just there's a lot more that's going on. It's one of those times a year where they're just getting a little bit more demandy, and it's like why I oughta, and I pull out the pitchfork and I start stabbing myself in the eye, so I don't have to think about it. Let's think about Wednesday. Let's think about Wednesday real quick. So we already know that Gustav cannot work Wednesday, and Maria cannot work Wednesday, and neither of them can do late shifts anyway. I'm trying to... Oh, God. I'm trying to think about what actually I'm supposed to be figuring out here. I need to figure out this box. And with this information, I should be able to figure out this box. But I'm stupid, and I don't think I set up the charts very well to figure this out easy. It's like I have the Myrtle book right on under my table. I love these kinds of puzzles, but I'm also terrible at them, so this could take me hours. No night shifts for leaving, so I really should just... Okay, hold on. I need to make a better box. We're gonna make a third box. All right, we're gonna make a third set of charts, and this one's going to have them. So we're gonna have their names. So, bam. So now we have 2 names, 3 names, 4 names, 5 names, and we're gonna have their preferences to early, late, and whatnot. So we just need this. Bam. Easy peasy. We've got Mark. We've got Gustav. We've got Levin. Because then we will cross-reference all of these lists. And we got piece of shit, no one cares about him, Vincent. I didn't even spell his name right. I called him Viking. It doesn't even matter. I'm thinking about streaming, but I'm always scared of getting hacked and stuff like that. Any advice? I mean, hacked, I don't think is like the main cause for concern. As long as whatever you're doing, you're not like showing off your IP address every minute of the day. I know there's like some games where people can kind of like pull IPs and stuff, but like this is kind of the like I know like GTA Online had a big problem like that. Like a lot of people couldn't do the online streaming because people would just get their IP from that and then like spam it in their chats and whatever. But I mean, like most things, that's not gonna be much of an issue. And like, if someone wanted to hack you, they just could. You know, really nothing stopping them, I guess. But like, it's not really. I don't think it's gonna happen, especially like when you're starting off. There's not gonna be a whole lot of people trying to fucking find out where you live and murder you. With that said, I still care a lot about that. Like, I go out of my way if I'm like googling something. I'm gonna like I'm gonna like shift the camera away from. I'm gonna go to camera so you can't see what I'm googling, just in case like my address pops up somehow, because I've definitely shown my email before, or like I've googled something and it gave like an approximation of where I live. So I'm like, I'm just gonna I err on caution, but as you get better at it, you'll kind of do that less and less, and like once it happens once, or like a scare happens once, you're like, yeah, you kind of know what to do, but just be smart about what you're showing and stuff. Just think before you do anything. But honestly, it's not really like something to worry about. If you want to do it, just do it. Just it's fun, Just like just don't think about who's gonna fucking break into your like, virtual house, I guess. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. In terms of like the hack stuff, I don't have much else to say. But like just generally, dude, fucking go for it. It'd be fun. As long as what you want to do will make you be like, haha, good time. Just fucking run it. Think about the consequences later. Okay. So let's see here. Mark, no preferences here. Gustav, no night shifts. Gustav's not a night shift guy. Levin is not a night shift guy. Wait. No. Gustav is no late shift. What? Gustav, no. Gustav, no late shift. Levin, no night shift. Maria, no late shift. This didn't help at all. This didn't actually help at all. Why did I make this list? Why did I do this? What is this? What does this help me with? At all? What is this? This didn't do anything for me. Unless it did. I'm not thinking straight. So I'm trying to delete old unused social media accounts like Spotify and Facebook and things. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I just have most of my like stuff on private anyway, just because I don't like people reading my shit, and I deleted a lot of stuff too. So I mean, that's a smart move for sure. Like, if you're afraid, also like if you're afraid of like people finding out who you are, you can just like not use your name. You could like hide your face if you wanna, but like, I don't care. I care to an extent. Like, I care about like my security and my family's security and stuff. But like, I'm not gonna tell you who our names, and well, I told you my name. You guys know my name. You could probably very easily find me because of that. But like, if you're gonna go out there and do the work, you're gonna do it no matter what information I give you. So I'm gonna give you as little as I can, but like, I'm not gonna like sit here and panic about every single thing I tell you about myself. What the hell am I trying to do? My brain is fried. My brain is fried right now. So, night shift. Let's just think about late shift too. So let's think about who could possibly do this. In terms of possibilities, we know it can't be Vincent. So Vincent is not even in the equation. I do not care about this man. Well, he can't do night shifts. He can do late shifts. Vincent can do night shifts. Vincent can do the late shift, just not on Thursday. So it doesn't really matter to me what he can do and what he can't do. I think. I don't really know. Everyone else is fair game on that Thursday, though. Everyone else is absolutely fair game. There's too many charts. I have too many charts right now, and I can't think. My brain is like shot. But we can do this. We can do this. We're smart. So Gustav only has one shift left. And Monday, actually, good point. Monday and Tuesday, everything's been filled, actually. So on the wrong layer. Monday and Tuesday, there is absolutely no availability. Get out of there. It's all been filled. Which now opens up so many. Oh, this actually opens up a ton. It's actually This makes this so much easier to look at. Because now we know that Gustav... Actually, no, I forgot that this was a Saturday. Okay, so there's a few more options, but it's fine. Well, Gustav can only work either that Thursday, which would have to be a night shift anyway, because Gustav can only do night shifts. So actually, this doesn't really matter, because as long as I know who's on those days, then this literally doesn't mean anything to me. Like the numbers, not the numbers, the letters, because it just means whatever they're on for that shift in particular. But yeah, so let's see. Maria can work either the Thursdays and then the weekends, but also Levin and Maria can't work on the same day because they're married and have a child. So we gotta be they cannot be scheduled together. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. That actually does solve some issues. So, like, if Levin works on Thursday, then Maria can't work on Thursday. So she'll have to work these 2 days. So once we figure out when one of these people cannot work at all, we can figure out a lot more. No late shift. Wednesday and Sunday have some criteria that I can try to work off of. Mark could work Wednesday. Levin can work Wednesday. And I don't even remember his name. Vincent. Vincent can work Wednesday. So one of them is gonna get the axe. I just don't know which one yet. I feel like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pretend that I know the answer, so that way I can just try to work around that and see if that gets me to the correct solution, which might bite me in the ass. But like, it's like Sudoku. You know, like, just pretend you know what's supposed to go there, and you work through it until you literally can't work through it anymore because you made an impossible thing, and then you just backtrack and then choose a different answer. So I'm going to say that Mark, he's too flexible to just work a random Wednesday for no reason. So we're going to do that. So if we say Mark's not going to work the Wednesday, so I'm going to put this in blue so I know that it's theoretical. It's all theoretical. I once searched you on Facebook, and people put their account on private on Facebook. Well, I mean, that's good to know, I guess. Can you put it on private? You can put it... I think you can put it on private. You can at least, like, limit who can see any information about you on it. Like, you can, like, have all your, like, your posts set to that, like, only you can look at it, or only certain people can look at it. Like, I don't even know what you can see on my account anymore. I got rid of all my information. I destroyed all of that. I think the only things you can maybe see are some photography, which I don't like that you can see that. But maybe, hold on, let me go. This is a great learning situation for me too. I don't know what you can actually see on mine. I've not gone out of my way to look me up on, like, not while I'm signed in. So I'm gonna see what you guys. Actually, I don't even know if I can do that. Can I look Facebook? Can I be on Facebook without being signed in? I honestly have no idea. There's a lot of me's apparently out there, but yeah, that's not me. Okay, so I have to sign in, apparently, which is, I guess, nice, but also not nice. I'm trying to... I don't have like another account to just just look at. There's the Harris Tate lawyers. That's pretty cool. And a lot of them pop up. More of them pop up than I thought there would be. You know, I gotta be real there. That's pretty cool. But from what I know, at least, all of my posts aren't there. You might be able to see, like, my friends and, like, people saying happy birthday and stuff. I'm sure there is a way to private it. And now... Don't get me paranoid, all right? Don't get me there. This is a chill day. This is a chill day. That okay. I'm just gonna. Whatever you know about me is not true, unless it is. In which case, forget it. Axe it from your brain. Okay, so let's pretend that Wednesday Mark cannot work, which means Levin can work, and Levin is no night shift, so they are going to be working the late shift of Wednesday. And Vincent can't do night shifts, so that's actually just wrong right off the bat. See, this is why we do theoreticals. There we go. Because if Levin were to work, neither of them can work the night shift. So Mark once again has to work, and he has to work the night shift over here. So this actually isn't even theoretical at all. This just has to happen. What is theoretical, though, is who's going to work the late shift that day, which we can figure out in a moment. However, we now know for a fact what Mark's days of work are, which means Mark is not the target either. We don't have to worry about Mark at all. We know when Mark's working. Nothing to worry about there. Now, we have two choices here, because one of these people is going to be working this day, and the other isn't. If, let's just say, in the realm of hypotheticals, it is, let's just say it's Vincent, because I don't really care for him. So, which means Levin is working these 2 days. That's impossible, I think. Because if he were to work both of these days, he's both working late, which means she can't work either of these days, which means she's only working 1 day. So that does mean hypotheticals are the best. Hypotheticals are literally the best thing in the world, which means he has to be working that late shift, which means he has to be working these 2 late shifts, because now Maria can actually work some days. One of these at least. Which means she's definitely guaranteed to be working here as well on the night shift. She has to work then. Everyone can see your friends. Stay safe and get came to you prepared to be family and get an audience, which I find really cool. That's sweet. Thank you. That's that's really nice. I mean, I just always like to err on the side of caution more than anything. So that's I just like you know that, like, I don't talk about where I talk about where I work. I don't tell you where I work though. I tell you about things and other things like that. I don't like that you can see my friends. That bugs me. Not like to a super degree, but like enough to be where I'm like, why is that? That's just weird. Can I like turn that off? Can I turn that off somehow? I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out later. I prefer you didn't go snooping through that. But thank you for letting me know. And thank you for that. I just know that if you don't try to at least be proactive about it, it could lead to some nasty consequences down the line. So that's my thoughts anyway. So let's see. So we know Maria has to work the night there, which means she's either working the night here or the night here. Well, actually, wait on. Maria, I only actually really care. It's leaving. It has to be leaving at this point, because Maria and Gustav can't do night shifts, so I don't even care about them. So even if they could work these times on this day, this is the day. This is the day that we're worried about, and we know that Levin has to be working like a late shift, and the only other 3 people who are available right now are 2 people who have to work a night shift and 1 person that can work a late shift, which means it has to be Levin, which means Gustav's working the night because he can't work the same day there, which means he's already got his 2 days, and he's working a night shift there. So there we figured it out. We figured it out all through just trying to brute force it, and we now know. We know all of this. If you can understand this, we are going to break into this museum building thing, and it's gonna go swimmingly. But this is the one that I'm interested in, because now we know that Levin is working the shift, and we know that we cannot leave him there. Wasn't that a great joke? I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so let's go now over here. Which guard is working the shift needs to be replaced? This man's name is Levin Ryder. Do you want to do the late? I mean, I think the late shift is most important, because we only have the 1 hour window before the the barricades come through, I'm hitting the next button. You still aren't sure what shift you need to take over. It's really useful to have one of your crew as a guard keeping an eye on everything. If the museum is open, you won't stand as much as one of the crowd of visitors, but at night, when the museum is empty, and the guards will hear every single sound, you can't hear anyone in the building who isn't part of you can't have anyone in the building who isn't a part of your crew. Huh? You won't stand much from the crowd of visitors, but at night when the museum is empty and the guards will hear every single sound, you can't have anyone in the building as part of your crew. What are you talking about? I think why? They don't. I'm wrong. Why? I'm confused. That doesn't make any sense. If I'm supposed to, I mean, fair. I guess we can do the night shift. If they want me to do the night shift so bad, night shift is cool. I mean, night shifts are cool. I guess if you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong, I feel like that was. You know what? No, I'm submitting it again. Thank you for contacting us. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. What? What did I just submit? What did I just submit to these? Did I submit that their game was broken? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Okay. Well, because I feel like that just makes sense. Like, right? What is submit for? The shift you chose is incorrect. Why? It's the late shift. The newspaper said that they're gonna be barricading the freaking the roads from 3 p.m. July 28th onwards. You submitted the guy who robbed the bank. Well, no, I'm so lost. Police are expecting protests and special protocols. Yes, like what? I don't understand why I would want to be doing it at night. Like, they're all going to be set up and gaming harder than ever by the time night rolls around. But okay, whatever. You know, if that's where they want to go, I know who's working. It's, if I pull out the old handy dandy notebook, one of these pages, night shift Thursday is Sorry, Gustav. I really tried to keep you alive, buddy. But, game said otherwise. So, Gustav Verhey. You gotta Verhey away. Whatever. I get a star. I don't feel good about it, but I get a star. I feel more correct than they do. I'm gonna say it, but you know what? It's the game. They can do whatever they want. Even though the shift scheduled hasn't been completed yet, there's only one way to give the guards their hours while ensuring all the shifts are covered. Yes. It's clear that Gustav is the guard, need to make sure he doesn't turn up for his shift. Once you have his name, it only takes you a minute to find out where the man lives. It wasn't hard to find, given that his name is so distinctive. Draw location card K and read it, and I get a star. Yay. 1 star on the fridge for me. I can't pull up this page because I don't know. It won't pull up for some reason, but this is star number 7. I've got 7 on my thing. I'm crushing it. Now to get the location card K from this giant nasty pile of cards over here. Location K is the guard's trailer. Are we about to murder the guy? Are we gonna murder this guy? I mean, like, if it happens, it happens. Here he is. It's his trailer. He lives in a nice little area. Gustav Verhey lives in a run-down trailer surrounded by lots of even shabbier trailers. You settle down in your car park. By the way, this is how small the font is. There's a reason I'm not showing it to you. I'm never going to be able to make that focus in a million years. You settle down in your parked car at the trailer park to observe the scene. After a couple hours, Gustav leaves his trailer carrying a towel. This gives you 1 shot to search his place. Besides some neatly piled paperwork for his job at the gallery, which you photograph, you also find a pill organizer with a week's worth of medication in one of the drawers. You've seen enough and you're worried Gustav will come back and catch you snooping around. So you leave the trailer a few minutes later. How are you planning to keep Gustav from going to work on the night of the heist? Okay, so there's 3 different things we can do. First of all, we also get so much information. We get card number 62, which is this one. We have his ID card. Great. Oh, so we need this to get in. So that's actually pretty handy to have. So we need someone who looks like that, at least, kinda. Probably also, at least. So,
put that over there. We can either bribe him to hand over his access card. Is this not his access card? Drug him before the heist and steal his access card. Oh, so we just know of his access card. This isn't actually like ours. We don't know this. We just know we need this, I guess, maybe. Or we can send him a fake notice of termination and steal his access card. Either one could be a possibility. We could bribe him, drug him, or send him a fake notice of termination. I don't like bribing him. That seems like the one that could go the most wrong. But we can also drug him or send him a fake notice of termination. The fake notice of termination just sounds funny. Or we could just drug him as well. I'll leave it up to you, Ron. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What are you thinking? I'm thinking one of those two at least, and also get to read so many more pieces of documents. Yeah, we could drug him and steal his access card, or we could send him a fake notice termination. Drug. I can't say I'm too surprised at that response. So, add card 58 to the heist deck. I don't know if you've been here for me to add anything to the heist deck, but basically we're doing all the planning, and then all of our planning adds certain cards to the heist deck, and then once we do start the heist, it's going to go a certain way based on the cards that we've been adding and not adding to the thing. It's a cool concept. I don't know how it's going to come out, but it sounds cool. So we have 3 cards. We are adding 58, and we are discarding these 2. So these 2 will not be played at all. We don't know what happens there. We will never find out. And then this gets added into the stack for later. For our fun heist. Gotta go eat. Enjoy the meal. I will be looking through piece number 10 while you do that. It's email. Why does everything have to have email? I don't want email. Oh, no, this isn't an email. Marnix Buchard, Gustav Verhey, and Levin Ryder. It's a meeting thing. Still considering drug or termination. Maybe termination. Okay, well, you know what? When you come back, if you have a different answer, I will change which card goes in the stack. But for now, I'll just read some information. Police Director's Office. Purpose, presentation, and instructions for new patrol routes and security measures. The new security plan will entail the following changes. When regular opening hours end at 10 p.m., all security guards on site must conduct a thorough inspection of the entire building. This inspection serves to ensure that no unauthorized persons remain in the building. All other gallery staff, tour guides, ticket sales, souvenir shop must exit the building by 10:10 p.m. at the latest. Please check that all staff have left the building. SpyTech will automatically activate the live feed CCTV cameras at 10:10 once the inspection is complete. Remote surveillance will automatically take over until the doors opening the following day. The previous patrol route has been changed. Please check the patrol plan for the new routes. We have added an extra layer of security. From now on, the SpyTech personnel will be maintaining remote surveillance in real time. This system will check the security guard's physical characteristics against the transmitted video footage. Okay. So, basically they're looking at us. They're looking at us. They want to know what's going on. They want to know what's happening. Just trying to peel this. Having a fun little peely time. Having a grand old time. I'm a grand old flag. I'm a high flying flag. I only know that song because we sang it for a graduation in middle school. And I don't know why. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at the time. And this is number 11, which might just be the floor plans. This is what the hell is happening here. Oh, it's another code. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so carefully memorize the routes below and patrol them during your shift. 2 dots of equal color mark the start and end points of each separate patrol route. The patrol must cover the entire exhibition area to prevent false identification. None of the patrol paths should cross. Please pay close attention to the primary routes which pass the most valuable exhibits. What? Huh? What? I'm going to the website. We're going to the website so I can understand what the hell is happening here. What is it asking me to do? This is number 11. Envelope 11. Which route must the guards follow? The hell are we talking about? There's no routes. It's just dots. It's just a bunch of fucking dots. What kind of crack are we smoking today? The patrols must cover... Okay. Carefully memorize the routes below and patrol them during your shift. 2 dots of equal color mark the start and end points of each... Oh, we're playing flow free, basically. The patrol must cover the entire exhibition area to prevent false identification. None of the patrols should cross paths. Please pay close attention to the primary routes which pass the most valuable exhibits, which are black, yellow, and blue. Okay. So we need... We're playing flow free. This is awesome. I love flow free. Best app in the world. However, doing... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This is actually really... I'm going to take a picture, and then I'm just going to pull up the picture on Pixlr. I'm so fucking smart. I'm so unbelievably smart. You have no idea. I'm a genius. I'm one of those wizards that people talk about in 4 times. Oh, I paused the music ages ago. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. It doesn't really matter. It's not all that important. Music is music, no matter how quiet. I'll just bum 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 bum. I farted. Okay. Let's go here. Send picture to self. Now I go here. Copy picture. And then I paste that shit real good. Right on into Pixlr. Same tab. Same everything. Bam. We've got it. Let's pull that shit up. Jamie, pull that shit up. I've never once watched an episode of Joe Rogan. I just know they say that. So here are our very blurry demands. We need to make this like a flow free connection lines, and I am the fucking king at this shit. So don't even worry about it. We're gonna make a nice empty layer so I don't draw on the paper. So bam. So this needs to connect. I'm gonna look at it here as well, just like because I feel like the colors are a little easier for me to see here. This one just seems kind of obvious. What the fuck? Oh, okay, that is actually a different color. My brain just got warped. Well, no, because this is the same. This and this are the same color. I feel like I'm doing that exact optical illusion thing with the light be like reflecting and making it look different than it should. It's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, so here we go. So these are the 3 main ones. These are probably the most difficult ones to follow. We're looking, so this refers to the black path here, the yellow path here, and the dark teal path here. So these are our main subjects, and which means they're probably not just going to be a simple walk up and down. So I feel like we've got the blue one pretty good. This pink is supposed to go to this one. If we did it just like this, we could then have yellow lap around and go like that. So that just seems right. That just makes sense in the grand scheme of the world. There we go. And then we have this dark blue, which is supposed to meet up with this dark blue, which seems pretty straightforward. However, I want to get the red first because red is going to be a bit more blocked off. This red has to go to this red, which means it has to go like that, at least up to here, and this has to go most likely through this big stretch here. And I mean, it could just be like a little loop. So that way the blue just has to make a straight little path there. Right? That feels good. This blue is just a straight line. There's no reason to complicate this guy. He's just a line. Now we have green. Oops. We got the green guy. Green's just kind of doing a little line there. Pretty easy. Pretty straightforward to follow. This is where things get a little more difficult because there's a lot of paths that exist here. This purple has to go to this purple. That's actually a pretty easy path to make. You just gotta go blah, blah, blah. The black one's the most difficult one to do, though, because black has to go from there to there. Oh, it's not that difficult. I think it's literally just this. Yeah, actually, it is literally just that. So never mind. It's actually pretty straightforward to follow here. And then we have gray. Gray just loops around. We have to be careful not to intersect too much with anything pink could possibly connect to, actually. So let's do pink first. Well, I guess we can actually do this one first because it is literally just another straight line going up. So that's cool. Pink. Well, this one has to go like a loop around there. How is pink gonna connect? I think I did screw it. I think black is actually more difficult than how it looks. So we're gonna get rid of that. Because I think it has to go through. I think black has to go through. Because in order for that... Because now there's a way for gray to connect and pink to connect. Yep, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. So now pink can connect this way, while gray can connect just another tiny little line. And then green still does its green thing down there, going loo. And then the blue goes like that. There we go. So these are the paths that we have here. Please pay close attention to the primary routes, which pass the most valuable exhibits. So we have yellow, we have black, and we have this one. In terms of cameras, each one passes a green camera. There's no stopping that. They pass a green camera, so they're gonna be watching us at one point or another. And what was the question that was being posed to me from this? So, which route must the guard follow? Which routes must the guard follow? I don't know. It's a good question. So, I'm guessing it's between these. I say which route or which routes? Which routes must the guard follow? What? Which routes must the guard follow? Some of the routes and the colors highlighted in the document create a particular pattern. So these. So, I mean, this one creates like a little blah. This one creates like a blah.